to Please Don't Kill Us! We are your friendly, live on the internet, actual play Dungeons & Dragons show. We are going to be playing live, actual tabletop role-playing game for you. And the special twist, this is your first time, Please Don't Kill Us, you get to vote during the game on what happens to these players and their characters on their journey. I am Eric Wiegand. I will be your Dungeon Master for tonight in this third campaign, Spelljammer, as we take off into space for fantasy, sci-fi, blend, fusion.
I'm scared.
As I said, I'm Eric Wiegand. I'm your Dungeon Master, and for today, for those of you who are just joining us for the first time, thank you so much. Please, it helps us so much if you like the video while you're watching. That's the best.
Like the video.
That's fantastic.
Subscribe.
And you may be wondering, how does the voting work? What's it going to look like? And I have good news, which is that we're going to go to a crossroads right now to start it off, just to see what it's like. Just to see what it's like.
I'm literally
I'm shaking in my boots.
The crossroads is treat the cast. You get to treat the cast. Either everyone shakes each other's hands, or everyone takes a shot.
Oh my god. Again.
So your 60 seconds vote is how it works. You put in the YouTube chat, exclamation point vote, shake, or exclamation point vote, shot.
Also, can you guys hear us okay? See us okay?
Yeah, please let us know at any time in the chat. It helps so much if you're like, hey, everything is dark, I see nothing.
Alright, wow. We
in
have
the morning.
Everyone falls asleep.
several votes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 votes shot. We
Yeah.
have 2 votes shake.
Yeah, shake. Like, it could have
Yeah,
come with
yeah.
pass it down. Everybody pass it down.
I know, he's not even trying to
Who
keep us
doesn't
sober.
love a friendly shake of the hand?
Okay,
Go ahead.
Top of the fire.
I also just want to say, while we're here,
Yes.
shout out to everyone in the chat: Alex Cortinas, EOL Jam, Wiegand, Ian Thompson, hey Ian,
Alana from Ireland.
Alana from
Thanks for
Ireland,
staying up.
Dunk Stew, Baron Battlebred, Austin C, Cass, Madam Monarch.
Modern Monarch! Oh my god.
Madam Monarch.
You are the celebrity.
Madam Monarch.
My phone's streaming.
Alright, Madam Monarch, let's just say, before
Yeah.
we take our shot, we had a conspiracy that
That it
you
was Macy.
were actually one of us, because you've been leaving a lot of comments that sound like us.
So beautiful.
That are very nice. Yeah.
So we thought you were us.
So you're part of the family.
Yeah.
Thank you, Madam
But
Monarch.
also, send us your first and last name.
Your address and your social security, please.
She has.
No, we just were like,
Monarch.
who are you?
We appreciate you being here. That's
The
10
madam.
votes. That is 8 votes for everyone to take the shot. And 2 votes, and we respect those votes for shaking each other's hands.
Can we shake hands too? Was it Macy's dad?
No, you may not. You may not shake each other's hands because the people decided.
So-
Cheers to the
Cheers.
people.
To you all. Cheers.
Cheers.
To the killers. Oh God, it's a great idea every time. Now we know how the show works.
Yeah.
We are going to jump into our second episode here with a recap after we have our intro video. We'll see you on the other side for this episode of Please Don't Kill Us.
Let's do it.
Are we back?
We're back. Oh, sorry. We're back. I was supposed to give a cue.
Us all just,
I just said.
we're not actually friends. In the break, we just sit here like this.
I thought that was a fart.
Previously on Please Don't Kill Us.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I think
We're
we're
doing a
giggly
show.
today.
The hometown of our 5 heroes lies in ruins. Buildings are burning, ground crumbling, casualties, screaming, crying. Our 5 heroes, an adventuring party of sorts, known as the Steeping Beauties,
that's right.
have gathered. fleeing through town. An apocalypse happening as they see what's happening. Earth tremors. Enormous crystal vines have erupted out of the earth, shaking the foundation of the entire city. And as our adventurers learned, the entire world. Our adventurers went to Estel's father's house, only to find, tragically, that he had died in the rubble. Thinking fast, some way to escape the city from this apocalypse of unknown origins, they flew to the docks, where a ship was waiting. They boarded the ship, but not before dealing with the mobster, Travis. Someone from Ruby's past. Sort of confrontation was had with the party emerging victorious and boarding the ship that happens to belong to second cousin party member Estelle, just there, Captain Elaina McMann. So they board this ship in the harbor, filled with refugees. They take off from the dock. And what they see around them is chaos. The harbor is filled with ships. So they look out at the horizon. Crystal vines are rising in every direction. It seems inescapable. Before Captain Elaina McMann looks around, it's a moment. She says, "Fuck it." Stamps her boot on the deck. "Flapjack! Take us up!" Vibration of the whole ship as it lifts up out of the water sloughing off on the sides of the ship as it slowly, beyond belief, rises into the air, faster and faster. 5 of you, looking out over the railings of the ship, look down, again unimaginable, to see the water shrinking below you, the ships shrinking, the burning wreckage of Waterdeep. As you fly faster and faster, and as you are flying up, wind is loud around your ears as Elaina yells out to you, "Hold on to something!" What are you all doing?
Grabbing on the...
I hold on to spleen.
Yeah, I knew you were going to do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm going to just fly along with it, I think.
Totally. Yeah.
Love to the ground, girlies.
Yeah. Bye.
Literally looking over the railing to everyone below.
Yeah, you take off in the air, Galileo, kind of legs dangling in the wind. You fly up with a hand on the netting of one of these masts as it flies up. The rest of you, what are you doing?
Is there a place where I can put my feet under? Because I'm pretty small. I feel like I'm gonna fly away. You know what I'm talking about? Just like a little anchor.
Yeah,
for my
absolutely.
feet?
There's railings and sort of
You're at,
there's
the top
barrels that are tied down.
I'm at the top. Oh yeah, because I went up there to
You
grieve.
are in the crow's nest, if we recall. Yes, you are up in the crow's nest. So, up in the crow's nest, I guess feel the mast swaying as you
Get out the
fly up into the air.
I'm holding on
just hold
for
on.
dear life.
You wrap your arms around
Yeah.
the mast. Your hands manage to get finger holds in the wood as you hold on for dear life. The wind blowing back, and the rest of you, what are you doing?
I went up to the front originally to
Yeah.
stand by Elena before she went off, so I'm still there, and I think I'm holding on to one of the side railings of the
Absolutely.
ship. I was
You
kind
got
of
hold
I'll hold
as
on
you
to the
can.
side railing as well.
All of you
Kind
holding
of
on
look out.
to what you can. You in the crow's nest, you flying, you two on the railings. The ship flies up into the air. You watch your stomachs plummeting as you look below. At the angle, it's looking over your shoulder to see the earth shrinking below you. But before long, that image disappears as you fly into a cloud. As you're all bracing, you see Elaina tying herself to a mast. You
If I
fly
see her doing
up-
that, I'm getting out some rope and
Absolutely.
doing the same dance.
I'm doing the same thing. Yeah.
Tying your hands, barely holding on as the wind threatens to take you. You fly up through the clouds. Just clouds around you. before you see the behemoth shape of one of the crystal vines come into view as the ship barely skirts around
All the
the
way up
outer
here?
edge of it. You see this, just the top of the crystal vine, enormous, as it swings around and continues up, flying.
Are the rest of the passengers, the fans below deck? Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yes, you do hear commotion downstairs. Possibly people rolling around
Yeah.
down there.
I have no clue what's going
Barrels
on.
of mead.
Am
Fly
I
up.
noticing, like, is it getting harder to fly as maybe... Are we getting to, like, the... I guess I wouldn't know this as a non-human
you
being,
wouldn't-
but, like, there isn't air in space. So...
You continue to fly up, and you have that thought. You have that concern as the air, well, maybe you're imagining it, maybe it's happening, seems to grow thinner.
Sky ship.
This seafaring ship, for all looks, flies up, holding on until you break the clouds. At this point, the wind dies down. Looking down over the railing of this ship, you see scores of crystalline vines erupting from your world, shrunken so far down below you. Some of the vines are reaching high enough to break the cloud tops, and they cover your world. It's at this point, as you all, shaking, take a breath, that you hear Captain Elaina McMann. Well, welcome to wild space. As your eyes lift up from the world below you, and you see what's around you. Those of you who have studied space and the stars, the heavens above you,
Wow, cool for y'all.
Yeah.
you may have imagined in your studies, and you're looking through the telescope, the heavens to be an inky void, just dotted with stars, mostly darkness, black. Nothing could prepare you for what you see when you look up now. Not inky blackness, but rather a kaleidoscope of colors. You see, standing on the ship, you are dwarfed by an infinite expanse of colorful gases, cosmic dust gathering, and glittering stars in the distance. It takes up your entire field of vision as you look up from the ship, and it is silent here. So you can only hear yourself beginning to catch your breath. All of a sudden, there's movement off the side of the ship. It gives you a jolt for a moment before you realize that what you're looking at is a school of fish.
What?
A school of fish that is
Fishies?
quietly swimming through space, over your heads, fall away, peacefully, before it disappears on the opposite side.
What kind of fish are we talking about? They like space fish?
Cool.
These fish are luminescent. They have scales that reflect the kaleidoscope of colors out in space. Reflective. But
The
traveling
rainbow fish. Anybody
in a
remember
group.
rainbow
I
fish?
love that book.
Yeah, that book.
Love that book.
Through all of this, I'm Galileo's still sort of looking at the planet with all of the crystal vines, and I sort of turn up to Spleen and I say, well, do you suppose she could have made it out?
Maybe she was here the whole time.
You're right, my friend. She could be anywhere, or anyone. In fact, she could be the people down below. I should go check.
Or one of those fish.
I start to think that my wheels are turning, and I sort of, she could be one of the fish. She could be one of the fish. She could be one of the fish.
You see Elaina untie herself from the mast, and she looks at each of you and kind of gives a smile. You can see her sizing you all up at this point. And she looks across all of your eyes before she stops on you, Estelle, and says, Pat, where is he?
I'm still up.
Oh yeah, you're. I think he's gone. I think he's gone.
So sorry, my love.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It all happened pretty fast.
I can imagine. There's not many of us on this ship in the grand scheme of things, but I'm glad that you all made it out. But I'm sorry for Pat. His message to me was rather earnest in an amusing sort of way. It's a shame that I'll never meet him.
You never met him.
And she holds out her hand for a handshake. Grabs your hand and says, I am truly sorry.
Thank you.
She takes a breath and steps away, rubbing her hands together. She kind of takes a look around your ship, just taking in your surroundings before she says, I should go check on the refugees. But have a look around. I'll be right back up.
Do I hear that conversation?
Yeah, you're right there.
And have we leveled out? Is gravity the same now, or are we still?
It doesn't require a perception check to realize that gravity seems to be heading straight down, even as the ship. It doesn't seem like the ship is tilting. It seems like your world is turning around you. Before long, you look up, and you're looking up at the planet that you just came from.
Holy shit, dude.
Gravity seems to change not at all.
Oh, that is so fucking.
Holy
And
shit.
like flying works.
Flying does work.
So the
You are all
ship has its own gravity.
breathing
Yeah,
easy.
I think so.
Breathing.
You are all
I
feeling
think it
gravity.
is
You
so
are
much
in
fucking
what
cool.
feels like
It has
open
its own
air
gravity
deck.
on the ship.
There's no perceptible dome or containment around you as you look up and are just able to look at space around you. As Elaina, with a little speed walk, goes into a door, down some stairs.
Yeah, and I run after her. Yes, I'm gonna check on the refugees as well.
Glad to help. Come along. Right. And they disappear, Galileo and Captain McMann.
Ernie. Where's Ernie? Ernie?
I thought you were calling me Ernie.
No, we haven't seen him in a bit.
No,
like,
totally. I look
Do you
up.
know where
Do we see him anywhere?
I'm
what are you
calling
doing?
out for-
Yeah.
I'm staying for a second just to take in what I'm experiencing.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like boyish wonder, childhood dream of mine. And I'm gonna look around for a bit, and then I'm going to extend my telescope and realize I don't even need to do that because it's right in my face. And then I'm gonna flip down Pat's frame and just look out. You would have loved this.
Make an Arcana check for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you attuned? Oh my god.
Anybody want to give me a bot that can fully?
You're not nearby, are you?
No, I got a 10.
Any boards
A
at the
10.
table?
Okay, on a 10, as you
That one.
flip down the lens that belonged to Pat, that you got from his glasses in the rubble of his observatory. you are attuned to when things have a spark of magic in them.
Yeah.
There's something magical about this lens. It would take time to sit with it and to figure out what exactly that magic is.
I think the only thing that's gonna click in my brain is that I have his books, and I'm just gonna open a book and see if like something sparks by just flipping through the pages.
100%. You check out these books. Looking through them, they are mostly star charts. They are tracking of the movement of the heavens, constellations moving around lunar phases. As you look, though, you can see that there are every once in a while different personal sort of notes, addendums written in the margins of these largely mathematical scientific texts. So, whenever you want to look through these 4 notes, you can make an investigation check.
Oh, cool. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of.
You're left-handed.
I am a lefty.
Cute.
Awkward.
Awkward turtle.
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me right now.
Oh, perfect.
Looking through Pat's journal.
Baby awkward turtle.
What is it?
I got another 2.
What is
So
it?
I got a 7.
A 7. You look through and
Jellyfish.
you don't find much for now. You look through for a while. Mostly it's notes that are incomprehensible, just like funny little asides that Pat would make. Just the main thing that you get out of it is reading this. It feels like you're hearing Pat's voice again. Just in the little turns of phrase that he would use. There's like moments where there's like algebraic equations that he circles and says like, too cute. And like just finding little moments of joy in these what another person might find to be cold and clinical texts. That's the extent of what you find. At a later time you can continue investigating these books though. The 2 of you hear this rustling from the crow's nest as Ernie is getting out these books, and you know that Ernie is up there.
I think he's taking a moment. I kind of rifle through my bag and I pull out my cigarette holder and a cigarette and see if just curious if like kind of fire and
Yeah.
Is everything working up here?
Yeah, it immediately sets fire to all the oxygen in the space and everyone explodes. There's a moment, a half second where you think that might happen as you're already lighting it. All good. You can smoke that cigarette.
Yeah.
You can smoke that cigarette.
Cigarette, burning alive. Cigarette.
Sure.
I'm looking up at the crow's nest while we're standing down here.
Yeah.
I'm just not entirely sure what's happening here.
What is this?
Is it, how can we breathe? How can I smoke? What?
I have no idea. I have no idea, but...
Well, thank God.
And it's at this point that I'm going to go to a crossroads.
Okay.
And the question for you all in the audience is there another creature on board?
The owl bear.
Not again. Oh my god, it totally.
You can type into the chat, exclamation point vote yes, or exclamation point vote no.
Well, Ernie.
Mean it again.
That's the big villain of the campaign. The owl bear.
I see you saw my vines.
5, 6,
No.
7, 8. 8 votes yes.
Wow, we're getting a lot of yeses.
8 votes
This
yes.
time
Owl
we got
bear's
a big
coming on
cloak
board.
Yeah.
and, like a very Dracula.
Alana, if you want to vote, oh, there you got it. Never mind.
Yep.
You know what you're doing.
Alana, keep
9
doing
votes
you, baby.
yes. 10 votes yes.
Yeses. Wow.
Let's go.
Okay.
Unanimous.
The show's called
Almost.
Please Don't
Anyone
Kill Us,
else?
but we'll talk later.
What if it's the ultimate healer that ever
Yes.
lived
Yeah.
on Earth?
He loves to subvert it somehow. So
What sort of creature
Also,
is that?
before,
What you think
I'll just say
down
like
to
this
reverse
video,
it?
please. Bye. It won. Okay, yes.
That's 9 votes, 100%. Yes, there is another creature on board.
100%.
Not a lot of arguing with that.
So it's at this point, Estel and Ruby,
Yeah.
And Spleen, you're there as well, correct?
Where?
On the deck with Estelle and Ruby.
Yeah, I think I'm like holding on to the nets a little bit while I fly, just to make sure. But
Totally.
Yeah.
The
play it
sails.
safe.
I'm not
Still getting your sea legs,
gonna
your
get
space
blown
legs,
away. I
certainly.
don't know how fast we're going.
Blown away.
It is at this point that the two of you hear a scuttling sort of sound on
I
deck
knew
of
it.
the ship.
What is it?
You
There should be
turn.
some crabs coming up.
You turn,
That's what I think.
and what you see
One big hermit crab.
is
That's
a
what I think.
particularly wet on the underside city pigeon.
That one.
That's my pigeon!
No way!
That's my
Immediately you
pigeon!
recall that in the streets
That's my pigeon!
you sent an animal messenger to your friend Moira in the Duriman enclave, the Elven enclave, with a message, just trying to connect with your friend Moira. What you found was all you could get. It was not a great-looking wet city pigeon, and this is the very same.
Do I know, like, has this pigeon had enough time to go and come back in theory, or do I immediately know, like, she
You did
fucked
make
up?
it, yeah.
In theory, it's hard to tell. Time is strange. But you had to go through a lot of the city to get to the docks after you sent that pigeon.
Okay,
It is
okay.
feasible, and not only is it feasible, but the pigeon hops up to you
Oh no.
You!
and opens its beak.
I want it here.
It gets up on your finger. Immediately, grime and just wet city sewage is just like there on your hands.
I'm gonna take a step back from
The smell is palpable. As the city pigeon gets up onto your hand, opens its beak, and a voice comes out. You recognize the voice to be Moira. This is your friend from the enclave. And the message. In
or more.
animal message being 25 words or less. This message comes through. You hear her voice. Most of Enclave survived. Sealed sanctuary inside mountain. Rations and walls of force. Tremors lighter, ongoing. Think of us. Thinking of you. And there's a pause there. Bird may be sick. You look at the bird and it's...
Thank you.
Ruby, you see Estel's lips are like darkened with grime as she gives the pigeon. You try and kind of do that, like let it be free, and it falls and just face plants on the deck of the ship. Gets up to its talons and just kind of hobbles
Stop.
away.
It's doing that thing when pigeons walk on the subway
Yeah,
platform.
it could fly. It's walking. Doesn't feel like flying.
Does this
Oh my god.
creature belong to you, Estelle?
No, just an old friend. No, you were there. You were there when I called the pigeon.
Right, right. Do you think they
This is
might
the
need
one.
some sort of help, or are we just going to leave her
Sorry?
back into space?
Sorry?
Should we help this?
Oh, no. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
She's a really old friend. She's like,
Really old friend.
As we pan,
It's like, what am I gonna throw it into space? It's like it's gonna walk on the ship with us.
as we pan down through the deck from that dialogue on the deck, we see coming down the stairs is Galileo, Paragon Artificer, with Captain Elaina McMann. You go down and immediately, the smell is a lot in here. You see immediately that Elena was transporting goods, and a good portion of those goods were mules, live mules, that are in the sort of holding area in here. They're eating from feed. They seem totally peaceful, but amongst them are dozens and dozens of refugees. These people of Waterdeep who climbed aboard. As you see immediately Captain McMann starts going around, shaking hands with people, asking if they're all right. Very charismatic, going around to all these people and settling them down with a good sense of humor and is kind of, getting everyone to feel at ease. What do you?
Yeah, I would let her sort of do her thing at first, sort of keeping a keen eye out as she talks to each person. But then, when I see her finishing, I say, Captain, if I may, can I make an announcement?
She kind of looks back from talking to a toddler and getting her to laugh, and kind of looks back at you. Why not? What's your name?
I am Galileo.
Galileo.
The Herringon, yes.
Everyone, this is Galileo!
Good evening, refugees, mules. And, now, I was wondering if any of you, mules included, if any of you are Razi.
Oh.
If you're not, you might not remember quite right, so I was wondering if any of you feel as though, in the past 2 years, you have been a rabbit. Or not a rabbit, a herringon, really, not to confuse us with our smaller counterparts.
You look around this huge group of people. It could be anyone here. Looking around, the child that Captain McMann was talking to looks up and he says, I'm Rosalind.
But not Razi.
And she looks over to her parents and they look at you with not a small amount of trepidation.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you all very much. And I go back up.
Captain McMahon catches up to you before you get to the stairs. He says, Galileo, you're right.
Yes. I'm just looking for my wife.
Wife? Was she on the surface?
I believe she was. Yes.
And she puts her hand on your shoulder. I'm so sorry, Galileo.
That's okay. She's a very powerful sorceress, so she can really be anywhere. So I am not losing hope. If I made it off, simple old me, she definitely could make it off.
Certainly. I think that's entirely reasonable. Keep the faith.
I always do.
Right. Who's hungry? She turns around to everybody. You see her going back to a back room, presumably to get some food. As you come up and join everyone on the deck. Having just gotten that pigeon message delivered to you, you're all on the deck, surrounded by the expanse.
Does everyone feel all right? Did anyone get hurt?
Better than ever.
I'm gonna start coming, making my way downtown.
Yeah, you
Walking
you finally see Ernie climbing down from the crow's nest.
I was just starting up, so.
Oh, really?
We're
You
good.
gotta go in the middle?
Yeah, Lady and the Tramp Noodle.
You're like, yeah, you gotta go. Are we going down or are we gonna go up? Are we going down or are we going up?
To you, but let's just go down. Everyone's down.
Okay, we could have a private moment upstairs if you want. But
Let's
if
just
we
go
can-
down.
Okay,
Everyone's
let's
down.
just go down. Okay, fine.
Everyone's down. It's fine.
Okay.
We'll talk later.
I'm fine with talking later. We can
Why are you
talk
guys
later.
mad at each other?
I know. Why are you fighting me?
I don't want to fight. It's just nothing. Nothing's wrong. Everything's fine. Let's have this. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Your dad didn't even die. Well, actually, I guess that's not true.
They were very close, from what I understand. Isn't that right, Annie?
Yes, I would actually technically say that nobody's ever loved me more, and I considered him a father.
Well, it's lucky you had one. I hope you'll be okay.
I'm fine. Everything's fine. Let's just...
Isn't it marvelous up there?
It's beautiful. It's everything I've ever hoped for. Truly.
At this point, you all have this moment on the deck of respite, of peace, as you'll catch your breath. go ahead and take a short rest, if you would like. If there's any benefit to a short rest that you would like. As you all
Eraser.
breathe and get your bearings in this land, in this space. After a little while, Captain McMann comes up the stairs. Right. They should be all settled down there. Names, acquaintance. Let's introduce Captain Elaina McMann. Galileo, I met. Astral, I've heard about. You, what's your name?
I'm Spleen.
Spleen. A pleasure. She grips a firm handshake as she goes over to you, Ernie.
Ernburnt Brazilius. Please call me Ernie.
Ernie, I will. Take you up on that. Shakes your hands. And you.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Ruby Hayworth.
She shakes your hands and says, pleasure's all mine.
Oh, okay.
So, everyone is settled down there.
Damn hell.
Everyone is being fed. Everyone is feeling not very mutinous, I think, which is good. Takes a moment to get used to it, doesn't it?
I think I... What? Is there something
I have to just say, you guys don't know this, but there's been a long series of messages all about the pigeon, whether to save the pigeon or eat the pigeon. And they're voting, right? They're voting. Vote save pigeon or vote eat pigeon.
There's a mutiny in the chat.
Yeah, because
There's an uprising.
they're saying
my
that there's
God.
60 plus refugees where the ration's coming from.
Yeah, for sure. But
Like,
there's a lot of mules.
Mules. There's mules and one diseased,
Sorry. And
sewage-ridden
we have some
pigeon.
additions. Like, we can probably make some
Yeah,
rations.
Totally.
Oh.
Um,
Well, I wish
Good
I'd
question,
done
though.
that.
Good
it's a
question.
great question.
Probably can't just roll one.
One of the refugees might
You're
kill
doing
it.
this all,
Anyway.
so.
As Elaina, Captain McMahon addresses you all and says, it does take some getting used to. First time for everyone. Up here, wild space.
Yes. Yep, that's right.
I would say so,
I
yeah.
would say so, yeah.
Is it sort of like... I understand that we're in space, but also it seems as there were fish that swam by, were there not?
I wasn't paying much attention.
Did you see the fish?
I
Did
wouldn't be
anyone see the
surprised.
fish?
It's
Yes.
a normal occurrence. There's a lot of living organisms out here. You might be surprised. But been out here for many years, so it's a pleasure always to welcome first-timers. I love to see the look in your eyes. Welcome aboard the Moon Dancer, I should say. That's my ship.
It's a
I've
lovely
been a
name.
privateer working out of the Rock of Bral for many, many years now at this point. Dare not to say how many. But you're in safe hands, I assure you. You can trust me, and I'll trust you.
No. Oh, please.
How long have you been capturing the Moon Dancer?
Moon Dancer. That would be about 20 years I've been on it. 15 that I've been captain.
Wow.
This is my mother's ship. But I run the ship now. I'm a privateer. I run, various duties, militant or otherwise. Mostly mercantile, though. I make trips occasionally to Waterdeep, and I don't think I will be anymore.
Do you think there are other kinds of these ships who have made it out? Are you the only... I don't know what the proper term for it is, I suppose. Sea ship?
So, my assumption
spaceship.
is that I know of. We are the only ones to make it out. Any others may be covert operators, and I assume wouldn't be as generous as I have been. As to what you are on, welcome to a spell-jamming vessel. This is a ship that crosses the seas of space. It is named so for its helm, which is below deck. Show it to you a little later. It's called a spelljammer. Spell-jamming helm. The person who operates it, spelljammer. With such a device on board a vessel, you can fly through the air, you can go through space. When I give this routine to people normally, they all say I know and I'm bored, but it's so exciting to tell it to you all, because it's all new information. A spelljamming vessel you are on, we can cross the stars. But mostly, we do a lot of various capitalistic work, making money, performing odd jobs.
That reminds me, and I turn around and see if I can see any of those crates that we took off of Travis.
Totally, yeah.
And I take out my crowbar, just lift up my skirt,
Speaking of
and
which,
stamp one open.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. You pry one open very quickly, and inside you find bottles and bottles and bottles of brandy. Just an absolute
bitch.
treasure trove of alcohol
bitch.
in there. This is worth quite a bit of money. Quite a bit of money.
I take out one of the bottles and hold it up to the space light and dust it off.
Yeah.
Say, well, I think we deserve a round.
We're drinking tonight. I guess it's always night. Is it always night? Or like,
Good cue, great cue.
is it dark? No, I guess
Up
it's
here,
colors.
it's what you see is all the colors of galaxy. You imagine that floating through this, time would always feel more or less the same. There is sort of the darkness of night. You have the dark expanse with stars. So depending on where you are, it'll change. But Captain McMann looks at you and says, "Like your mind." Comes back with mugs for everyone. These pewter mugs, and hands them out as you pour brandy for everyone.
Captain, a couple questions.
Yes.
Firstly, so this brandy is not yours.
Oh, no. This seems to be absconded by the local crime crew in your city, but we reap the benefits, eh? And she holds up her mug. Takes
I'll
this
pour
long
herself a mug as
swig.
well. Yeah.
Cheers. Yes. Also, downstairs, the mules. Those are yours.
Those are mine. Those I'm bringing back to the Rock of Bral for sovereignty there, Prince Andrews, who I work for. I bring back various goods from worlds of far-off spaces. Basically, I'm a trader, merchant of sorts. So I will be bringing those back to the Rock of Bral, which...
Back to where? Come again?
Rock of Bral.
The Rock of Bral, which... And with this, she takes her mug and walks over to the railing of the ship and looks over the deck. Your planet has spun around you now, so that looking off the side of the ship, you are looking directly down to what you have never seen before, the enormous sphere of your world. And looking down again, you see the crystal vines popping out from the cloud tops. She looks down, points to them. I have no idea where those came from. For that, I'm sorry. But I think I know someone who might have a better idea. That person's on the Rock of Bral, it just so happens. Very convenient for me and for my merchant trade. My vote, Rock of Bral. We make our way there.
And who might this person be?
This person is an old gif, a sort of spacefaring military person at one point in his life. At this point, he's more in his cups than anything, but he knows a lot about the various happenings across the planet, and he might be able to help you more than I can, if I'm being honest. But I can get you there.
Was this an attack?
She looks down. You see the vines coming up. You can almost make out the cracks in the earth. Your memory strikes of the shaking earth, the collapsing city. Ruby, your mind goes to the gem in your pocket. As Captain McMann looks back at you and says, "There's not many coincidences in this universe. This seems intentional to me."
Well then, let's go to whoever might know what happened.
I certainly don't know where else to go.
Have you seen something like this before?
I can't say that I have. Certainly seen many world-ending events. Planets come and go. That's how it is. You learn that in the trade. But something like this, never heard of it.
Is there a person that you could see would attack our world? Is there, a nefarious being that is constantly trying to destroy other worlds?
My dear friends, in this universe, there's all sorts of nefarious beings.
Oh, brother.
And that she looks over, and she sees the pigeon, and I'm gonna go to a crossroads.
Oh, no! Not a pigeon roads.
What does Elaina want to do?
Oh my god.
Save it or eat it?
No!
Vote save or exclamation point vote eats.
Let's
When
go.
did you have time to type that?
The mutiny wins!
The way he was like, and you see a glitter in the sunshine. How did you do
Oh
that?
my god, I thought that for a second the pigeon was gonna be someone we're fighting.
Oh no.
He morphs into an evil witch. Yeah. Well, it still could be.
I love an audience request for a crossroads.
It's all about them.
It's
at the
all
end
about
of
the audience. What the audience wants,
4
the audience
votes
gets. That's
save,
just
5 votes save, 3 votes eat.
Okay.
Oh, this is a real
This is a
crossroads.
tighter one than normal.
Yeah,
I feel.
yeah.
This is really disrupted
Divided.
the folks.
Yeah. That pigeon is gonna make people
It
sick.
looks like Eric.
No.
This one's not a countdown. This one's a count up. So let's stop.
I'll
in
stop
5
at 60
seconds.
seconds. Oh, I didn't change it.
That's
okay.
And it's over. We're saving the pigeon.
Okay.
Wow.
She looks
What's
over.
familiar?
Saving the pigeon because I'm
Yeah.
not
She
spending
looks
those
over
spell
and
slots.
sees the pigeon and says, "Now, who are you, my little friend?" And walks over. The pigeon looks up at her. She sticks out her finger and it plops onto the finger and says, "You are quite a specimen. You're going to stay right here." And she puts the pigeon on her shoulder, very much like a pirate and a parrot.
glaring at
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I'm like,
starts petting it. I'm going to name you Jack.
Just gonna smell like
you have a
sewage
crush on the
petting.
rest
everyone's waiting
Yeah,
for
crush
their
on me.
NPC call out.
Captain, I'm sorry. I'm really an
or
inquisitive
Jack.
Harangon.
Of course, I
Um,
can answer questions.
But that just reminded me.
Keep it going very quickly, but questions.
I'm sorry. I'll make it quick. So when you said Jack, it reminded me of Flapjack. Who's that?
Flapjack, you'll meet Flapjack. Flapjack is our resident spelljammer.
Oh, so
And he's
you.
quite a character. No, I'm not the spelljammer, I'm
Right.
the captain. Spelljammer operates the helm. So he's down there working the big job. It's in the spelljamming helm, turning the ship as we speak. It's quite an adventure. A big appetite for quests and all sorts. He's a great personality, a good jokester as well.
Wow. He sounds like an amazing person. He could be my wife.
Aww.
I'll tell you what, Galileo, I would be pleased to hear it. So, the Rock of Bral. Are we all in agreement?
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
Happy to hear it.
Steeping Beauties!
In space. Steeping Beauties
She
in
puts
space.
her hand in and has a moment and then
colon.
retracts and just nods. Very good.
Yes.
Very good.
We sort of.
Spelljamming Steeping Beauties in space.
Stop.
That's right.
Well, we're not
Right.
spelljammers.
But we're spelljamming.
We could be. We're sort of.
like to
We've had some adventures, done a little bit of saving, winning, all that sort of thing. But
And we all met
So I
over cups of tea, which is
Right.
why we're called the Steeping Beauties.
Steeping Beauties, I was going to ask.
Yes.
That's may I say, a brilliant name for
Do you
a
have-
tea-related adventuring party.
tea in space.
We have some tea. I'll be honest, I fucking hate it. But maybe you'll like it. Maybe I'm just not a tea person, but I have so much tea. They keep giving me tea and I don't drink it. So, I'm looking forward to you enjoying it. So, she has a moment here there's a pause where she looks up over the railing at your world. It's about a day's journey to get there. But, she nods to the planet. Just Godspeed. I'll be ready.
I say we have a drink, play a game, sit back, and we jam.
Nothing could sound better. She stamps the deck and says, Flapjack! To the rock! And at this, I'm going to go to a crossroads.
Oh my god.
The crossroads is Johnson or Bral.
This looks pretty cool, Mama.
What?
The Rock.
Oh.
I want to
With this
Thank you.
crossroads,
Wait, what's up? Is that the test?
Test is up.
Oh, sorry, guys.
oh, sorry about that.
No test. Vote test or vote boop.
Do you know what I'm thinking about?
What?
What?
Mayflower Maiden. What's their name?
Oh,
Madam
Mistress,
Monarch.
Madam.
yeah,
Madam
Madam
Crossroads.
Monarch.
Pick one. Full speed ahead, or why are we stopped? Exclamation point
Ooh.
vote speed, or exclamation point vote stop.
Warp, warp. You know what I mean?
Okay, we have 1 vote speed, 1 vote stop, 2 vote speed, 1 vote stop.
Oh no.
What do you want to happen?
I would like to go. I want to ride. I feel like if we're stopped, that means there's danger.
4 votes
know, I
speed,
don't
2
know.
votes
I'm
stop.
thinking full stop is like
Oh my god.
grab
But
your
what if
pennies.
full speed is because we see something that we have to...
Oh.
We have
That's
5
true.
vote speed, we have another vote speed.
Got a need
Who
for
said
speed.
full speed ahead? We'll count it towards speed. I think that's your dad.
Is it Dunkadoo? Dunkadoo?
Dunks do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, you.
Hi,
Um,
you.
This is a
Nice
tiger.
to
And the
meet you.
list. They're both there.
6 votes
They should
speed,
get 2 votes.
including Macy's
should.
dad. 3 votes stopped. And it's
That's going to be it.
done.
Full speed ahead.
Full speed ahead.
Yeah, baby. Zoom zoom.
Zoom zoom. Let's ride.
Okay, Charlie.
Awesome. There's a moment of her yelling this out to Flapjack as the ship turns. You all look out beyond the planet to the starry expanse as you hear this vibration coming from the ship. As you can tell, something is gearing up to send you into the expanse. You brace yourselves as it flies forward. What comes into view now?
Music change.
It's never
Something that was out of sight, underneath the hull of the ship, emerges
The jam.
in front of you now as you are flying full speed ahead. You hear Elaina shout out, Flapjack, Flapjack, stop, stop!
Ooh!
As you boom, fly forward,
That was a trick question.
this ship emerges into view.
Oh, fuck.
Another ship.
What looks like a gargantuan moth made
Cool,
out
but
of
scary.
crystal.
Oh.
No.
Is this the bat? Is this...
Enormous luminescent wings drape from a crystal and metallic vessel floating suddenly into view as your ship shoots forward.
Oh, shit.
The front of your ship explodes into one of the crystal wings of this strange alien ship as it flies into this. You see a strange alien sight.
inside the boat.
Some other sort of spelljamming vessel, a ship that emerges into view in a loud hum coming from it. It has eyes on the front of it, enormous looking eyes, metallic, whether or not they're functional or just flavored for what this giant alien ship is.
But there's a ship inside the big
As a
moth.
whole, this thing makes
Is
a
a ship.
ship.
Copy.
The crystal wings extending a football field wide.
Nobody ever.
As you all crash into it, it is at this point that both ships are going to take 16d10 worth of damage.
Oh shit.
As you hear splintering wood
Do we know how
as
many
your ship
HP
crashes into this. What's that?
Do we know how many HP our ship have, or our ship has, or you?
I would love for someone to start keeping track at this point. You have 400 hit points as a ship.
Okay.
You have just lost 97 hit points.
You're in ship.
Holy
Your ship
shit.
I'm also
As
really bad
this
at math.
Alien ship.
Cal.
I know.
303.
Jack's
Literally.
amazing.
Okay, your
Jack's
ship
Why
is
am I doing
I
this?
can do it if you
Yeah,
want.
please do it.
As cosmic dust scatters, somehow you miss this ship as it emerges into view. Immediately, you collide. There's the wrenching of wood and metal as you come up to it. At this point,
Oh my god.
Elaina McMann, Captain McMann, looks to the ship and says, Star moth. Astral elves should know. Everyone, battle stations! Ernie, I need you on lookout. Look to the ship, see how many are on board. I need numbers of their crew.
Aye, Captain.
Estel, look over the bow of the ship. Look on the horizon, see if there are more of those ships. You three, get on the ballista. I need you shooting their ship. We're going to do what damage we can while we still
Burn
can.
there, yeah.
Honest?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Queen.
You say, aye, Captain.
Aye, Captain!
You all
I love you!
run
on!
to your battle stations. You two going to make your perception checks. The three of you see Elaina points to an enormous piece of
Shit, bitch.
violent machinery. This enormous looking, almost like a crossbow, with gigantic spears almost that load into it. That is what she's directed to you as she yells to you, one loads, one aims, one shoots. Got it!
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Okay.
One loads, one aims, one shoots.
That's
Y'all
you
are
all.
badass.
Who's strong? Who's strong?
I'm not.
I'm not.
Are
No,
you-
it's just us three,
Yes,
right?
it's
Are you strong?
You're strong.
No.
You're a barbarian.
No, I'm a monk.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I don't think
None of us are
that,
strong.
Okay, cool.
Wowie.
I'm,
Is there any...
Plus one.
Where are we? Are there refugees around?
The refugees are below deck.
I plus one.
And we're on the deck.
As far as you know, they haven't heard. Well, there is some commotion below deck from the crash
shit.
that just happened as you went full speed into the Starmont.
Is there anyone else on
On the deck with you?
the deck?
No.
No.
It is the six of you.
Oi.
One loads, one aims, one shoots. I would probably be best at loading or aiming. Or shooting.
How far away are we all from
You
each
need a
other?
perception
Just
check,
all-
right?
What's your question first?
How far are we all away from each other just as we get into this?
As they're running up, they run up to the front end of the ship, up onto the higher deck to get to the ballista. So 30 feet
That's where I am
away-ish,
too, right?
if you want to be, to get a view.
I was sent to the bow.
You were sent to look over the bow, yes, to look over to see if there are ships in the distance. So I'm going to need perception checks from each of you. What's your perception check?
Do you want me up or do you want me down?
You say that to Elaina.
Yeah, you want me up or you want me down?
Quickly, up!
Yes, Captain. Aye. Let's do it.
You go towards the ladder
18.
going up, you climb up and start to get a view onto the deck of this. The front of this star moth, Elaina called it, is this nose, insectoid nose that extends out with these eyes on it. As you try and take a look at who is crewing it, what'd you get?
Yeah, I got a nat 1.
You showed us
one.
14. That's why I
Oh,
did that
sorry, I
race.
got a nat 1.
As you, with a natural 1, you begin to climb the ladder. Looking, you can just start to see you're getting over the crest of that deck before sweat on your hands makes you slip down the ladder. You try, you get rug burns on your hands as you fall down and land prone on the deck with no view.
Fail.
Absolutely.
I have a
Yes, what's your question?
Sorry. So I have deflect missiles. Are these missiles too big to where I could deflect them?
I'm gonna assume that they're the missiles that you're loading.
No, the
We're
other
loading up to
enemies.
shoot.
If I stood in front of, like, if I didn't listen
You
to
haven't seen any missiles yet from
Okay.
them. You don't see the armory on them yet.
Okay, got it.
and what are we loading? Can you describe
yeah,
these
absolutely.
like contraptions on the
Basically, think of a crossbow, but gigantic, huge, what you're arming is basically spears. When you think about rather than crossbow bolts, enormous spears that you're loading into there. What's your perception?
I got a 19. In your description, I would like to know how far away the moth is.
Yeah, absolutely. As you're crashing into it, beginning to turn, the front of his ship is collided with it. But as you're approaching,
With a wing. With a
you
wing.
crash into the wing. As you're crashing into it, you hear Elaina shout out, "Flapjack! Bring them port side! Bring them port side!" As it turns,
Left
the
for you
moth
bitches who don't
is
canoe.
basically overtaking you at this point. You are almost interweaved with the moth. You only have a few moments here
Before the head of it hits the port of our...
before it's going to be on your space.
Okay, I'm screaming that to everyone. I'm relaying information. I'm just screaming like,
Absolutely.
we're turning! A few moments!
There you go. What's your perception check to look out for other ships?
19.
19. Gotcha. 19. You look out and you see through the cosmic dust. Looking around, you don't see
Okay.
any other ships in sight. 3 of you.
Yeah.
Who's doing what?
Do we get the sense of like what skills would be good for the
Absolutely.
things?
So it's basically a skill check for the person who's loading it and for the person who is aiming it. The loading is going to be a strength check. The aiming it is going to be a dexterity check. And the person shooting it will shoot either with normal rules or with advantage, depending on how you guys did.
Okay.
I can aim.
I should aim. Oh,
He has a +5.
Okay, you can aim.
yeah.
What?
I'll load. I am not amazing, but
Okay, great. And
I can do
will
something.
Shoot.
Okay, loading it is who?
The
Galileo.
Go and make an athletics check for me, Galileo.
Okay.
I say you can do this and give you a bargain.
Oh, amazing. And as I do this, I am gonna go, I put my gun onto the whatever bolt I'm loading,
Yeah.
and I say, hot, and I cast heat metal on. Is this a metal arrow? Oh,
interesting.
maybe
There
it's
are
not.
parts of it that are metal. So what are you trying to do with heat metal?
I'm trying to make it have an extra 2d8 damage when it hits the thing.
Whoa.
Yeah, go for it. Absolutely.
Okay. But is it made of?
The front of it certainly is. Yeah.
Or maybe I'll load it first and then heat metal.
Totally.
That's what I'm gonna
Totally.
do.
Go to make that athletics check.
Okay, I'm gonna make an athletics check, and then what
in
do I
addition
add for
to
bardic
heating metal.
inspiration?
A D8 if you want to. You can wait to see what you roll
Okay.
first. Yeah.
20, not dirty 20.
Let's
go.
go.
20.
We love
You
So you can save it for next.
almost as if you were born for this. Pick up one of the projectiles. Shunk! Get it deep in there, ready.
Hot.
Extension ready as you pull the gun and heat the metal. You feel a ripple of a heat wave. As you heat this metal. The person who's aiming it, who is that? Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Should we make him around?
You can make it with. Go ahead and make a dexterity check. That's what I'm gonna say.
No
We start having a
proficiency.
rabbit pop around the table.
12.
12. Okay. You got a dirty 20. You got a 12. You're gonna shoot this with advantage.
Let's go.
As you
What
go
do I
Let's
add
go.
to
Amazing.
it?
you are going to roll a d20 and you are going to add +6 to hit.
All right, come on.
Okay, you got this.
You got this.
Wait, but you have advantage, right?
Advantage.
Advantage!
You have advantage
Yeah, yeah,
based
Because
on the dirty
we
20.
rolled
Yes.
well.
Switch dice!
Oh, you're so right.
It was a natural 2.
Switch dice!
Yay! Let's go.
18.
18. As you all colliding into this, Elaina, tying things down at this point, barking out orders to everyone, getting reports from you two, looks over and sees the 3 of you turn this ballista towards the star moth, and as it's coming towards you, shoot out with the hot metal at the front.
So cool.
It goes into where you imagine the bridge of the ship to be and lodges into it. There's an explosion, a sound of scraping metal,
Yeah.
an explosion from
Yeah.
within as it
Pow, pow.
enters. It is at this point that you hear a voice come from the star moth itself.
Oh.
Oh.
You hear a voice saying, "You are trespassing in Xaryxian space By order of Emperor Zavon, surrender your vessel at once! I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative at this point.
We love to
Oh
fight.
my god, Emperor
Yeah.
Zavon. Is that what we just heard?
That's right.
That is
We're
a queen if I've
trespassing.
heard one. Emperor Zavon.
You guys, I've been seeing some spoilers.
What's up?
We need to plug in the battle cam.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm on it.
All right, Carson's gonna do that.
She's on season 16
In the
of Drag Race.
meantime-
Emperor
Don't be
Zavon.
afraid to like this
video!
video!
Yay!
Is it on?
Also,
Yeah.
thank you guys for.
Oh, genius!
Also, thank you guys.
Oh my God.
It's not on. Oh yes, it is. Thank you guys for being so active today in the chat. It makes me laugh and it takes me out of this game.
I know.
I'm always like-
I know you're a computer girl. Even if you guys did start an uprising and make your own vote, even better. Actually,
Oh,
I
we see the
you guys.
front
Oh.
No way. Eric.
Holy
front
shit!
of the ship.
wait. Can we see it again?
Absolutely.
Wow. Oh, it's big.
And those are its wings.
These are the wings on the side.
Wow,
Are we on-
Eric!
Um,
On the,
Yeah, he's
battle
been doing
cam.
some arts and crafts.
We are on the battle cam.
Eric, this is unbelievable.
It
I'm
fits pretty
freaking
well.
out. I also love the battle
Yeah.
cam being over there. That's awesome.
I know. We've
We
done-
changed some
We've
shit
done a
today.
new.
Yeah.
Because he can reach it, we can reach it.
Yeah.
Really
Well, if you're me, Jordan can reach it.
good. You're long arm.
That look
This is
on the battle
awesome.
Scary.
Scally.
It's so fun that people watching like
cam. Does that look okay
that
on
have
battle
seen
cam,
all of
Greg?
our different battle cams.
Everything looks great. Yeah.
Right.
Where should I place? Where's the ballista versus?
Can we just give a shout out to Eric in the chat for putting
yeah,
these
please.
together?
Let's
Are
give
you
a shout out to
kidding?
Eric. Let's give a shout out to who else is in the chat.
We've got our regulars tonight. We've got Madam, Jay
Madam.
Dent, Alana,
Uh-huh.
Alex,
Uh-huh.
Cass,
Uh-huh.
Baron. We've got Yoel.
Hi,
Well, it's always right. I love you.
Are you both of these?
And anyone else,
That's if I,
feel free to
watch
chime in
it.
and also let us know if
I'll hold it.
we're pronouncing your name wrong.
T.
Thanks.
See, yeah, we're fine with being correct.
Yoel.
JM Wiegand in the chat. It's your mom, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah. Because when we said Macy's dad's in the chat, your
They
mom
said-
said, "Wait, I'm also
Excuse
here."
me. Yeah. No,
Absolutely.
I also
Gotta
said
get the shout out. Hello. Okay, so we're going to get initiative at this point as this enormous
Oh,
Star
bitch.
Moth alien ship
So well.
collides
I'm
with
so
the Moon
jealous.
Dancer. We are going to begin combat at this point.
Holy shit.
It is going to be.
Nice.
I'm going to ask for 25 to 20. 30
What about 30 to 25?
to 25.
I got a natural 20, 26.
Oh my god.
Wait,
How do you determine this?
how is that possible?
Is it this?
You asked for you
Incredible.
add proficiency?
It has to
Um,
be that.
Or
Because
just
of
you?
my hair and
Kinda looking
yarn.
over.
Galileo
It
at
has to be
26. Anyone 25 to 20 area. Okay, 20 to 15.
Oh, 22 for me.
22 for Ruby.
Usually it's just your dex, but because of my hair and yarn.
Yeah.
20 to 15. Anyone?
I have 18.
18
Yeah.
is spleen. Very good. 15 to 10.
10.
10, very good.
10.
Very good, very good. Go ahead and roll another d20 for me,
Uh-oh.
just to see
This
what's
is
up.
the time to win.
11.
Okay.
Plus initiative or just...
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Very good. 10 is Ernie. And then Estel, where are you?
What a bother.
Well, I rolled a 4.
A 4 for initiative. For Estel.
Okay, pulling up the rear.
Pulling up the
Including
rear,
your
absolutely.
Which is 0.
No, it's...
Yeah.
Your initiative bonus is 0.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is.
I'll
At
never
this
speak of it again.
Don't bring it up again.
At this point, that
Don't tell Eric.
apparating
What?
Oh
onto
my
the deck
God.
of the ship, you see 2 figures.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
There is a.
Oh, wait, they can't hear you. You're not the mic.
There is...
There is a sort of
I need the-
sparkle all of a sudden of almost stars glimmering in a small space in front of you all as suddenly appearing in front of you are 2 figures.
Oh, shit.
Both of them clad in armor that is almost chitinous. This long, full body armor. They are wearing visors that completely cover their faces.
Oh, not like.
Squid Game.
Yeah, okay.
They have, you see, metallic
Or bug.
and crystalline bows on their backs. As they both apparate onto this deck, they draw long swords, hold them out to their sides as the swords light up. The swords light up with radiant
Sick.
energy
Oh, shit.
coming from them as they turn in battle stances towards all of you. We're going to start with Galileo.
Let's go.
Okay. Well, firstly, did we add 2d8 to the damage on the ship, on their ship?
Yes, totally. Absolutely.
Would also be fair to ask if I can hold a reaction since they are now surrounding me. When they show up.
Not at this point, no, I'm so sorry.
It's
okay, it's okay.
Can you clarify which ones they are?
Yes, totally. The two that have just appeared are these guys.
Uh-huh.
They are around Ernie right
Okay.
now.
Okay, thank you.
Very good. Galileo, what you got?
First battle!
I know.
We're all learning how to fight as our new characters.
First battle.
Does it take an action to like load, aim, shoot? That kind of.
Each one is an
Oh, are we
action.
just supposed to do that?
I'm not sure. I sort of turn to you. Should we fight the people upstairs, or should we just shoot these people?
Did we get like an idea of how much damage that did? Like, was it really effective? That kind of blowing up.
It did 3d10 piercing damage, I can tell you that, plus
Oh.
2d8.
Oh, sorry.
It does take 3 actions to do it, and I will say you remember that Elaina just said, let's hit him while we still have time. As you were approaching. You can do with that what you want, but it does take 3 people's full actions to shoot it once.
I don't think we
Galileo,
can.
what are you doing?
Well, here's another thing I'll bring to your attention. I don't know if this is relevant, but it says that it does 2d8 fire damage if I spend my bonus action to cause that damage. If a creature is holding or wearing the object and takes the damage from it, the creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it can. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. I don't know what any of that means.
That means if they're holding the metal object, but the metal object that you heated was the tip of this bolt that shot out.
Right. So
No one's
obviously the
holding that,
ship doesn't have an action, probably, or something like that. But my question is if I use my bonus action to make that hot again, would it hurt the ship 2d8 again?
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say that you can continue to melt through crystal and metal. With that.
Okay.
You would have that idea, and it would be whatever damage it has. You don't know how many hit points this ship has, but do with that knowledge what you will.
Okay. I am going to run upstairs. Or we're upstairs. We're just at the tip.
You are upstairs. You are on the deck, on the main deck.
Okay. Well, then all I'm going to do is I am going to say I'm going to turn my giant barrel on my gun to a picture of this just circle, it seems like, and I say Razi, and a pearl pops out of my gun, and I catch it, and as I catch it, I gain a spell slot back.
Nice.
And I will be taking a second level spell slot back. And then I use my bonus action to cause 2d8 damage to that ship.
Nice. There's still, over the cacophony of it kind of overtaking you at this point, you can just barely perceive the sound of metal peeling and heating away as you cause that damage to the ship. Incredible. That's 2d8.
That's 2d8.
Go ahead and roll that 2d8.
Okay. That is going to be 9 fire damage.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Galileo, that's your turn.
You need
As
to
you
not the ship.
pop out the pearl, grab it, feel the surge of energy from it, and focus your arcane attention towards the star moth itself. As this gargantuan ship has just overbeared on top of you, you send the heat metal into it, causing what damage you can to it. At that point, with a 23 on initiative, it is going to be one of these creatures' turns. Surrounding Ernie at this point, you see The sword lights up. This figure behind the visor, you cannot see their face. This faceless humanoid spins the sword around, and it's going to make 2 attacks.
Any
on you.
reactions possible? I'm just gonna keep asking.
Any reaction that you want to take?
Yeah, I want to get ready for a chronal shift.
Oi!
So I'm pulling out my little pocket watch and I'm opening it.
Okay.
Really, what it
Oh,
does.
Is that a reaction?
It is a reaction.
That thing's
Amazing.
amazing.
So within 30 feet, if I see somebody making an attack roll or a ability check or a saving throw, I can force that creature to re-roll, and I can make that decision whether they succeed or fail.
Incredible. The first attack is a 14 to hit.
Yeah.
It hits.
Yeah.
Are you using your chronal shift?
I guess I have to. Y'all, I'm a frail little being. I'm a 16-year-old lizard.
It's up to you. Totally up to you.
You drop your tail.
Baby dragon.
I'm a baby dragon. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Absolutely. So what is the what does it do it mechanically? It just reverses it and causes them to fail?
No, it causes them to re-roll.
Cause them to reroll.
Yeah.
Very good.
But then you can choose if they succeed or fail?
No, I can choose even if it succeeds or fails if I want them to switch. Like I can also use it on you. Like,
Oh, right.
Like if you
On the
fail.
reroll,
Yeah.
that's a 2 plus 3, 5 to hit.
We love it.
You see, Ernie gets out this little pocket watch as this, what Elaina called an astral elf warrior spins their sword and starts to stab directly for your shoulder before you hold out the stopwatch, and it reverses. Going back through the motions in reverse, rewinding time before swinging wide and getting their bearings, turns to look at you. Swings again to you. That is going to be an 11 to hit.
That just hit.
No.
Just hits.
11?
Mama.
Guys, I'm a wizard.
Girl. What's this 15?
That was when I had mage armor.
Oh, you gotta put that back on.
I can. I have my turns out yet.
You're gonna need to put that
Oh,
on.
you gotta put
Oh,
that
you
on.
gotta have done that already.
That's six slashing damage.
That was on
Okay.
you.
6 slashing damage.
Oh, baby.
Plus 18 radiant damage.
Ooh, 18.
Are you down?
guys
Are you
are-
down?
I'm
Are you
about to
down?
be
Okay,
down, guys.
wait. This is looking
Swings the sword again.
18.
Cocks their head.
You
You
have to.
hear a light chuckle in that behind the mask as this warrior, this time, stabs straight, and you feel this almost lightning energy enter you beyond the pain of the slash. You feel it just wreck through your body. As you take that damage, that's going to be that astral elf's turn. As we go on, Ruby, you are up.
I whip around, seeing the commotion,
Yeah.
and I, first, as my bonus action, I take out my violin and I play a little tune, and it's kind of jaunty and I don't know. It sounds like Ernie. You know, it's got a little bit of like
yeah.
a
Ernie's
scientific vibe. I don't know if that makes sense for music.
Totally.
Do you know what I mean?
I can hear it.
And I cast Healing Word.
Oh,
Nice.
thank you.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Thank
that's
you.
gonna be...
You hear this tune, and it does sound like it's
I know
made
exactly
for
what it
you.
means. I'm like pulling up my little glass right
Um,
on my calculator.
yeah, it's
It's D4 plus your spellcasting.
ability.
You got-
You begin to catch
That
your breath,
is
Ernie.
Scary.
Ruby,
That's
that's your bonus
incredible,
action.
Right?
Anything
9
else,
points.
Ruby?
Yes, that's my bonus
Thank
action.
you. I appreciate it.
And then I'm gonna cast Crown of Madness on that fucker.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
And so the violin playing kind of goes from this jaunty tune to this like mad, like haunting violin music.
Absolutely. Is that a saving throw?
And yes, that would be a wisdom save, please.
That's a 19 on the wisdom saving throw.
Whatever.
Oh.
Okay.
I just picked this up and it was empty.
What does the Crown of Madness
That's not
look
right.
like as you cast it?
Do you want anything?
A twisted crown of jagged iron appears on their head, and a madness glows in their eyes. But unfortunately, I guess that didn't happen.
Yeah, you begin to see, as you're wailing away on your violin, you send out this arcane sort of charming effect to it, and it begins to take hold. Not only does it not work the kind of madness, but you get a sense as it dissipates on them. They shake it off with just a flick. You are able to perceive that. It clicks in your mind. Elaina, Captain McMann said, astral elf, fey ancestry, advantage on effects that would make them charmed. Just for
That's
you to
everything
know.
I can do.
No.
For you to know.
You gotta run.
Ruby, is that your turn?
These guys have advantage on being charmed. Yeah, that's my turn.
Look against me.
Ruby, that is your turn, and with that we go to a crossroads.
Oh! I thought it was gonna be me!
I love a battle crossroads.
Me too,
So
but I'm
I know.
terrified.
Interesting.
I know.
That first hit was a lot,
No,
y'all.
this
Dude.
is like dangerous.
Yeah, that was like
Literally
half your,
20
half your health.
24 damage?
That was more than
The
half.
crossroads we're going to is who does the star moth look at?
Oh.
Ernie
fuck.
or Ruby?
Not Ernie.
Exclamation point vote Ernie
No.
or exclamation
Don't-
point
we
vote
can't-
Where's
Ruby.
Ruby?
Yeah, honestly, this is
We
all
can't
you.
sway.
You're
You
on
guys,
the
I'm not
ballot.
gonna
We
say
have
anything.
one vote, Ernie.
Yeah,
We
I'm in
have
the white. Okay.
Jack
need
Dent
to
in the
vote
chat
that.
is saying we have to vote Ruby. He's pulling a.
Come on,
Dude.
Captain.
He's
Trying
like,
to
get
rally
everybody
troops.
away from Ernie.
Jack.
All right, we have Wow.
While this is going, quick shout out to Jack Dentinger who's in the chat. He's
For
been
real.
helping design this adventure.
You
guys
he
do
is
Jack.
he
Jack is the
is
best.
co-DMing this. He is helping with
Jack.
everything. Thank you to Jack
You're
Dentinger.
the best.
Big ups to him in the chat.
He
Miss him at the
is
table.
so incredible. He helped with Fruitcake Carnage and Salem, and we've
We're
been
working
teasing
on a
this
video
for
with
a
him,
long
yeah.
time. But he's actually coming out with a video that talks
Right, right,
about adventure design. It's going to be so
Top
awesome. It's a
notch.
series too. It's going to be
Top
a million.
Yes.
videos.
And
Miss
it's
you at the
over
table.
6 votes
Literally.
Ruby, 3 votes Ernie.
I'm so sorry.
People
No, babe,
have
it's good. It's good. I'm
gone
strong.
You strong?
Yeah.
for Ruby.
you are.
Between
Also,
Ernie
I'm gonna
and
say
I,
people
going-
in the chat are saying bring back Philip.
Oh,
They
yes.
miss Philip.
Oh.
Stop.
They
Who
will.
said that?
A lot of people they say bring back the space
Well,
scope.
there's going to be a cameo now at some
Oh
point in this
my
adventure.
God.
Maybe not today, but look forward to Philip being the big villain.
Amazing.
Philip and the owlbear are the villains now. You
Together.
hear you hear
Husbands.
They're,
husbands,
What's
absolutely
your beast in the
scraping
table?
of wood and metal and
Prospect and
crystal
Mercy or
as
something like
the star moth shifts a bit. The eyes on the front of the ship begin to glow.
Hey.
A bolt of energy shoots out to you, Ruby. It is going to have to roll for this. It is +6 to attack. A 7 + 6 is 13.
That doesn't hit.
Does
All
not
right,
hit.
Let's go.
The
Yeah, all
eyes
good.
begin to glow, and it shoots out this energy. As you are playing the violin, you look up just in time and bend backwards, just narrowly avoiding it as it shoots into the wood underneath your feet. And just to the side of you, the deck of the ship catches fire.
Okay.
A small fire
Our
has
ship?
erupted next to you of your ship.
Uh-oh.
From this, you avoided the damage, but the ship did not. And with that, the audience turn is over. We're going to go to spleen.
Cool.
That's
Cool.
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 That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go right up to Baddie closest to me.
Do that for you? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I'm gonna take a whack. With
And you're
my.
flanking, so advantage.
I'm flanking, so advantage. So I am going to. Yeah, I'm going to attack with my spear first.
Amazing. Yeah. As you come up, as this one
14.
is distracted, you come up.
Oh,
to it.
advantage. Wait, advantage.
Yeah, advantage. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
14.
14. Using your spear, right?
Yeah.
You fly down, your fairy wings fluttering behind you, coming at with velocity. This spear, you stab, and it bings off the armor of this elf.
I'm going again.
Yeah, absolutely. As you swing back around.
20.
A 20 hits.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right,
Go and roll for
let's
damage.
go. I'm gonna go two-handed on this one, or do I have to say that first?
go for no.
two-handed attack? Okay.
I figure you're doing two-handed anyway.
Okay, cool. 10 damage.
10 damage, absolutely. As this time you swing around and plunge it into a groove in the side of the neck of the armor, and you see a spray of blood as you do make contact with this elf.
I'm gonna do Flurry of Blows. I'm gonna use 1 key point and do 2 unarmed attacks, excuse me.
Nice.
Also with advantage, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, if you're still doing it flanked, then it is advantage, absolutely.
Ooh, nice.
25.
25 to hit, does hit.
Cool. 7 damage.
7 more points of damage, absolutely.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. This is your flurry blow, so you're doing this barehanded now, right?
Yeah.
As you sheathe the spear, you come around with your fists, and first you knock into the shoulder, battering them back before reeling back and towards the sternum.
Cool.
Shatter into their breastplate. Go ahead and roll damage, and for the one with natural 20, you can take the max damage and roll on top of that.
Let's fucking go. 21.
21 points of damage.
Shit.
Yeah.
This fairy.
Taking down over half of their hit points in one go. You slice into their neck. Boom! Boom! There's a sound, a resounding sound of fist hitting metal as it rings through the air around you while you look to see Spleen frozen, having just done a shattering punch.
Not only that, I have Way of the Open Hand, so when I hit a creature with Flurry of Blows... Oh, I guess I can do this twice, because I've hit it twice with Flurry of Blows, or is it just once?
Is it using a bonus action to do it?
No, it's just when I hit a creature with Flurry of Blows, because my bonus action is...
Yeah.
Flurry of
Okay,
Blows.
gotcha.
Amazing.
So do I get to do 2 of these, you think?
Maybe, what is it?
I get to choose one of 3 things. Either it must succeed on a dex saving throw or be knocked prone, it must make a strength save throw or be pushed up to 15 feet, or it can't take reactions up to the end of my turn.
Yeah, I'll say you can pick 2 of those.
Alright,
Yeah.
I'm gonna push it off the ship if I can.
Ooh! Yes, you are.
Are you in the
yeah,
right
yeah.
position though?
I don't know. I can.
Would you have to move?
Is it 15 feet in any direction or just away from you?
15 feet. What if I give a wraparound? You know that TikTok? I give it a wraparound.
You can move, right?
Yeah, but then would he be flanking?
Oh my god, Alexa
talking.
heard that.
Yeah.
No one was talking to you.
Alexa, is he flanking?
Okay. So it must succeed or not be prone. It does even away from you. Away from you, I'm gonna say is in the direction. If you want to do that again on a different turn, pointing towards. You can strategize that way.
Okay.
But what do you want to do?
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool. I won't do that. I will try and knock it prone twice.
Incredible. Yeah. It's gonna make a dex save on the first one. This is a 17 on the first one. What is
that? Passes.
That passes.
Yeah.
Second one. Here we go. 17 again. Stays standing.
That's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
But you do hear this cough from within the visors as you knock the air out of it with that natural 20 hit into it. As it looks down at itself, then looks up to you and says, "Futile." And that's going to be your turn.
Futile.
That's your turn.
It said futile.
Spleen. Is that right?
That's it. Yeah.
Amazing. As you all see another little glimmer of stars around you.
No.
As another of these astral elves apparates in front of you.
I know. I think you guys need to go back to the cannon.
Yeah. I'll hold
You
them off.
think?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they're
gonna
gonna keep coming.
Destroy the ship. I'm
This
on your
one
page.
is now on the
ship.
other side of you, Spleen, and is going to attack
Two
you.
more of them came?
One more of them came. There are 3 total.
I see.
That is going to be a 12 to hit on the first attack.
Nope.
The critical failure on the second attack. As
He falls off
the
immediately.
lights, falls off. Dead. The light on the sword comes. You hear this. It swings and misses you at first, and then swings again, stabbing for you, and you deftly dodge out of the way, and it lodges its sword into the ship, the wood of the ship underneath it.
Oh.
Stuck
that
inside of
hurt
there.
our shape?
That's going to be its turn. As it's now going to be Captain Elaina McMann's
Oh, thank
go.
God.
God, we
Thank
have another
Captain
God.
Elaina McMahon.
I'm about to
is-
get chewed
She's
out
mama,
for not being
she's
at my
mama.
station.
Mm-hmm.
I
Why not?
As
She
you
said
should.
while we still have time. I feel like that was before they showed up, right?
Let's see what she does. Well, she was
Captain
never at the station.
Elaina McMahon is going to go towards the one that Spleen just knocked the shit out of, and is going to try and take advantage of that. As she's kind of scoping the horizon, looking around, you see that she
Jeez,
gets
this
out
little clusterfuck
two
over
different blades. One, she pulls out a scimitar, this long, curved blade, and in the other hand, she twirls a dagger as she goes into battle position. She's
fine.
going to make multiple attacks now, one with the scimitar and one with the dagger. Or two with the scimitar and one with the dagger. Holy shit. That's going to be a 13 to hit. Does not hit on the scimitar as she swings.
What? Tell us.
She didn't do great.
No!
As this one
He's gonna die.
recovering, having looked up at you, Spleen, gone,
Don't say that. Literally, don't say that.
turns to see Captain McMahon roaring towards him with both blades. As you see this duel between them, as this elf raises a sword and you hear the ting ting ting, the parrying as they go into duel formation. But she makes no avail, unfortunately. Is not able to land a hit on this astral elf as we go to another crossroads.
No, Eric.
For real?
In this economy,
With this, we're going to go to the crossroads, which is
test is
does
okay.
does
we're good.
Ruby's shoulder begin to ache?
Oh no.
No.
Yo.
Unless that's a good thing,
What's
like it's a
up with your
superpower.
shoulder?
No,
What's up
I
with
got,
It's a
I got an
super-
issue I haven't talked to you guys about.
You've got a little
No, I
shoulder
can't
issue?
tell you, I can't-
Oh,
You
shit.
need to, we're your adventuring party. You need to tell us if you've got a little arthritis.
Arthritis.
Yeah, is there a chiropractor in space?
All
Can we
right.
get an adjustment?
Maybe downstairs, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We
Oh
have
my God.
4 votes no, 1 vote yes. Baron Battlebred is
Alrighty,
always
you're on
going
deck.
against the grain, which I
Baron!
appreciate. He's trying to.
Okay.
He's trying to
Keep it spicy.
keep it spicy.
Baron did give us
Um,
Steeping Beauty, so you're safe from criticism tonight.
Tonight. We
Tonight
have
only.
6 votes no, 2 votes yes.
I kind of want it to
Cass
be yes,
voted
though.
yes.
I want it to be yes.
Cass,
I want to
why?
know
Our
what's
very
up.
own. Our very own. 3 votes.
Not my mom texted
3
me
votes yes.
advice.
What'd you say?
Advice
7
from-
votes
Put her on blast.
no,
What'd she
4 votes
say?
yes, and that is it.
It's no. It's gonna be a no.
Damn. I kind of wanted to know.
I know.
That's a problem.
Not yet.
As
I know, can I put
this crystalline ship has approached, these figures fighting, these faceless figures fighting, Ruby having just narrowly avoided the shot from the eye of the Starmoth.
You guys.
We have a moment.
Hold on.
What's
I'm
up?
sorry, I have to interrupt. Baron Battlebred stepped in and said, randomly, what about steeping brew teas?
Come on! What are we doing?
Baron, come on. Some
Incredible.
girls are eating carrots.
I mean,
Steeping broodies.
Stephen Broody
That is genius.
unbelievably genius.
You're in a timeout, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baron Battlebred levels up every time we go live.
Every session.
I don't want that.
Thank you, Baron.
Anyway, sorry.
Ruby, you suddenly feel the hot glow of the gem in your pocket. Your shoulder begins to have a dull ache, and you have a sudden feeling. Some sort of arcane potential courses
Oh,
through your blood for a moment,
I heard potential. That's a good word.
and then it dissipates.
We should have
You should
said
have
yes. We
Yeah,
should
if
have
it
said
had been
said
yes, I thought I would have done something
You
cool.
get the
Yeah.
feeling that there is something to investigate in the future about some sort of arcane potential emerging from this gem in your pocket. But there is a moment of seeing the crystal of the ship and thinking of the crystal in your pocket, Ruby. So
Wait, say that last part again.
Every
I'm sorry.
you do have a moment of just considering the connection between the crystal of the ship and the crystal in your pockets.
Okay.
Oh my god.
But the arcane potential is there for a moment, and it goes
Am
away.
I tuned to this crystal yet? I mean, I've been with it a long time now.
I'm gonna say you've attuned to its gem of brightness capabilities. There's a moment here now, though, where you think that there may be something more. With that, Ernie, you are up.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Got a question. If I use invisibility, will they get an attack of opportunity?
They may be able to hear you going away. They will have attack of opportunity with disadvantage because you're invisible.
Y'all, I'm coming out to the tribe. What are we thinking? I mean, if I stay where I am right now, I will die.
I say follow your instinct. I think that's a good plan.
Yeah, I'm
But
gonna use
attack
it
of opportunities.
But
No.
with disadvantage.
with disadvantage
Wait, why?
Because he's going
because
to
I'm gonna turn invisible.
Oh, all right.
I think that's a good.
Yeah.
It's a better option than staying there. I think.
I am going to turn invisible.
Let's go.
Quickly, as you get the breath from Ruby's healing word to you, with that moment, you look around you at the chaos, the sword fight, you utter an incantation and disappear. Where are you going?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up my book too. Of course.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna try to go back up.
Oh, if you get hit, you'll lose invisibility. Says Jack Dent in the chat.
I know. Well, I
He said that.
Call your ass out.
He said
So
that.
if I go back up to the cat,
Climbing up, totally.
like can I dash up? Do you think, or like?
You are using your action.
Oh, that is
to
true. Yeah,
invisibility.
never mind.
But you make your way in that direction. Are you there? As you make your way in that direction, these two elves on either side of you hear the footsteps as you start to go away. I'm going to say, instead of them automatically hearing you, make a stealth check for me to see if you can disappear and they won't know which direction you're going.
I've been rolling really bad, so I'm gonna hope
Sometimes
and
it's the way
pray.
it goes.
Yeah. Nat 20!
You're joking.
Oh my god. Oh
I'm
my
gonna get
god.
on board with that one.
What's the total of your nat 20?
So it's that plus that plus that?
It's in 20 plus your stealth modifier. What's your stealth modifier?
1.
21.
Yeah.
Turn invisible. As all this chaos is going on around you, you as quietly as you can back away.
Can I pull their pants down?
Shut up.
Can I give him a little
Stop.
wedgie?
You're in trouble.
Can I give him a
Also,
little-
one moment.
Yeah, what's up?
Can you move the mic closer to you, possibly?
Totally.
See if that sounds better. Let us know in the chat. We're hearing a bit of a double Eric, apparently.
Oh no.
But I think
Okay.
it might just be the distance. So,
Very good.
yeah.
Okay. You back away as you see them both look to either side. They have moments of putting their swords out. No avail. You disappear away from them to the crow's nest. You can climb the crow's nest wherever you want to go at this point. You use your action for invisibility. What do you do?
I'm gonna try to go high up where I have vantage.
Yeah.
Like where I can literally put my feet down and I could look at the ship.
Totally. You climb up to a point where you're able to rest yourself up on the mast. Go and make a perception check for me.
Would love to, with pleasure. Oh, well, okay, 8.
8. As you look, there's smoke rising from the star moth and from within here. You can hear screaming from down below of people, obviously concerned refugees down below. As you make that perception check, that's about all you get from an 8.
That is upsetting. Okay.
Anything else on your turn?
I don't think I can really do much else.
Okay.
So I'm gonna sit there.
Very good. Is going to be one of the elves' turns now.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like them.
I don't like them either.
I don't like their vibe.
Sus.
I think they have bad energy.
They're going to spin.
The elves.
The elves,
The
yeah.
astral elves.
You're just
of course.
picking that up
I think
right
they have
now?
bad energy.
Also, visors.
I didn't think about
They've
that.
been out for a while.
No, like, I think they're against us.
Wait, do you guys think they're... I
Okay,
think
wait.
they were trying to hang out. Yeah. Sorry.
One of
That's what you
one
get
of
for
these
Isaac.
elves, as they've swung for a disappearing Ernie, goes over towards you, bounding with this heavy armor, swings, misses you, and then turns back and stabs for a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll make it. That'll
Okay.
That
make
ain't
it.
so good.
Okay.
Did you hear the number of dice that was just rolled? Did you
Yeah,
hear
I
that?
heard that. I heard that.
This is bad.
That was like 6.
That's gonna be 9 points of slashing damage. And then 7 more points of radiant damage to you as the sword slices into your arm. Creating a cut there that the pain echoes throughout your body. That's gonna be that one's turn. As Estel, you are up.
Okay. Fingers crossed. I'm going to cast Entangle on the whole little bushel where they are.
Totally.
Everybody
Totally.
around Spleen, I'm gonna cast Entangle. So they have to succeed. They have to do a strength saving throw or be restrained.
Okay. Spleen
Including
is
spleen.
in that area.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry,
yeah,
brother.
Sorry,
brother.
Now I'm starting to think maybe you think we're enemies.
Yeah.
They're all right around you,
They
Mama.
are all
I'm
right
fine.
around you.
Fly too.
Spleen, go ahead and make a strength saving throw as you cast into the wood, causing growth to come out of it. So they're each going to make strength saving throws. What's the DC?
That's that. What's your DC?
That's an 8, 6, and a 10.
It's 15.
Nice.
Spleen,
I fail.
Okay.
Yeah.
you.
And I'm sorry, but
into,
Mama, please, like,
Talk to the hand because the face ain't listening.
tapping into your druidic knowledge, you focus on that point and wrench up with your hands, and vines come out as they all try to escape. Their legs are entangled by these vines, including Spleen. Spleen, you are restrained in this area, surrounded by these elf warriors. Incredible.
Okay.
They're all restrained.
so
Anything
they're
else,
all gonna
Jennifer?
have to use, just for our new friends, they're all gonna have to use their action to make a strength check against my spell save DC, and if they succeed, then they're free. If they don't, they're still, we're still restrained.
Wow, and
Wait,
their strength check takes their action.
I have a question.
it takes their
Actually,
action.
sorry. With martial arts, I can use dex instead of strength. I don't know if that's also for saving throws or just
I think it's
for.
probably attack rolls.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. With this, it is avoiding.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Shillalag.
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh. For sure. Shillelagh. Henceforth known as Shillelagh.
And I'm gonna have my turn from there.
Totally. You hold out your staff, and with this amethyst orb on top of it, it begins to grow over with
I'm
much
gonna
like
keep
the
my
same vines, creating a Shillelagh in your hand. That's gonna be your turn. We're at the top of initiative order. Galileo, you're back.
Yes, I'll be casting
broke
Magic
it.
Missile. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that. Okay. Okay.
Oh, honey,
Now,
you're so
I know. We're stupid. Okay. Now you said that these creatures bled, correct? So these aren't. I'm not getting the idea that these are that they are made of the same sort of glass or crystal that the ship is made of, or that the creatures that we saw in Waterdeep are made of.
They don't seem to be. No, they're not. The
Actually, I
blood
asked that hours
spraying
ago.
and the way they speak gives you the impression that they are not the crystal figures from below. They're referred to as astral elves. You also see on their armor, on their belts attached, are these like tablet devices glowing, pulsing with lights. You see their visors covering their face. That's all you get.
Now
from
their
them.
visors.
They seem to be organic.
Now their
part of my
visors,
charm.
their armor, the tablet, are those made of sort of glass or metal? Or,
What are you trying to get at?
I'm trying to potentially shatter them.
Ooh.
And so I would like to know if there's any sort of
potentially
shatter them.
so if there's any shattering sort of material or inorganic.
It just starts bringing up childhood trauma.
I'm trying to shatter them.
So
Don't look at me. Don't.
Can I ask the
A
audience
creature
questions while I
made of
turn?
that inorganic material,
Yeah.
but they're not made of it. It's
Right.
basically the same as if you had a metal breastplate on.
Oh, I love that.
yeah, it does say a non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also take damage. Okay, so never mind. So they're wearing and carrying those things.
Yes.
Okay, I'm so sorry to do that, but I just needed to know. So I'm going to run on over. I'm getting out of my seat.
Ooh.
Peace.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Loudly,
look at that
loudly.
little bunny.
There's a bunny.
Yes.
There's a bunny.
This is the bunny with a gun.
Bunny with a gun tied to the head.
We have a suggestion in the chat that Macy should have to take 1d4 wisdom damage for saying shillag.
So this is
Check it out.
This is an
I believe I said shillalag.
If there's anybody
That's,
in the
that's
chat who's
two-
good at playing the bard,
Is this an
give me some advice.
Good at bard.
Yeah,
at
Isabel
bard.
needs some advice.
The
Because
three enemies are
It's new waters for me.
here.
Also, if
all
anybody in the
around.
chat likes Digimon, there is a rabbit with a gun in that, and it's giving major Galileo vibes. If anybody knows the Digimon,
Jack Dent says HMU, I love bards.
Okay, well, HMU.
HM her.
Okay, I've got
Sure.
Crown of Madness, Tasha's Hideous Laugh,
he also has your phone number.
Dissonant Whispers.
Everyone says you're killing it.
Oh, thanks, guys. Oh.
Oh.
Okay,
All right.
What you
do
got?
it.
What you
can do
got, Carson?
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay.
You're doing it perfectly.
Okay, so I run around to that side. Unfortunately, Ernie is up, right? are
Ernie
you-
is up now, yeah. Ernie,
Okay.
But you don't know. Ernie has disappeared.
Ernie's gone.
Ernie's gone from
Yeah,
this planet.
true. I don't know. Okay. So what I do is I hop around with my rabbit dexterity, and I get to the other side there, and I put my gun down, and I shoot out. I change the barrel again to the little fire symbol, and then I cast Thunder Wave. So everything in a, unfortunately,
Your little fur ripples.
15 feet.
Okay, no, now?
I have Thunder Wave too, and I didn't use it.
Okay, everyone in a
Spoilers.
15-foot cube originating from me
Bitch.
must take a Constitution
You
saving
are
throw.
really taking that.
Constitution
I'm
saving
facing
throw.
away
That
from all
is
guys.
nearly everyone.
We're about to get
not
blown
Ernie,
off
right?
the ship, bitch.
Ernie's up.
Yeah, I'm not here.
Or
I can
actually,
fly.
a 15-foot
perfect-
cube around you.
Yeah.
So that's just going to be the 4. So that's 2. That's 2 of the elves. And
Elaina.
Elaina. Yeah. yeah
that's what I thought. That's what I
awesome.
thought.
Yeah.
I wasn't
So they're going to be con saves, right?
Yeah.
Imply.
What does this look like as you're doing it?
Yeah, so I change my barrel and I shoot it towards the ground and it goes and then thunder. This needs to move.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So thunder emanates from the gun all around me.
Captain McMahon and the 2, they all fail.
Everyone fails. Okay, so they all are gonna take 2d8. That's gonna be
Gargamon.
That's gonna be 6 thunder
Is that
damage,
what they
except
said?
I add because I'm using my arcane firearm. Although, does that count to spells? I believe it does. I guess I should check on that.
A secret message.
No, stop. Okay. That's gonna be 13
Total.
total. And I will take 7 of that back if my arcane firearm doesn't work on this, but I'm pretty sure it does. And then so that's 13 thunder damage, and they're automatically pushed 10 feet away from me, but I guess not because they're grappled, right?
They are restrained.
Restrained, okay.
However,
You're welcome, by the
Captain
way.
McMahon is thrown. Boom.
What if we knocked her
You
off?
see Captain McMahon just fly away as you put the gun into the deck. Send it. You hear the kind of muffled pain sounds from the elves as the Captain McMahon, boom, flies away. Her back hits the edge of the ship and she falls prone.
I'm sorry, Captain. And at the same time, so
She can't
they're
fly.
restrained. Can they take opportunity attacks on me if I move?
No, I don't.
No.
Well, restrained creatures' attack rolls have disadvantage.
Okay, well...
And their speed is 0.
My speed is already taken up anyway, so I am going to, with my bonus action, I am going to sort of bend my little furry legs and say, bye now! And I do rabbit hop, which means that I can automatically jump 15 feet away without provoking opportunity. So you see me go bloop and hop away.
Amazing.
As you
Perfect.
boom, launch off the deck with your rabbit feet, rabbit legs, sending you up. Go ahead and move where you're gonna move. That's your turn, Galileo. Is that right?
Yes.
The elf that is next is looking very rough, shaking, restrained.
Arr.
Die.
Hey, die. That's all I gotta say about that.
We can't jump on this thing.
On the starship.
Oh,
Whoa.
mama. Oh, mama.
I'm
Carson.
gonna say yeah.
Be
You can jump up onto that.
Be careful.
You're gonna get...
I'm gonna
Into
jump
the
up onto
space.
that, I think.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Dude.
You jump immediately off.
Okay, that's gonna be a 15.
A 15. Through the smoke, you can see that there is one more elf
Uh-oh.
I know, I do feel like I have
up
to
there.
kill them.
This is seemingly a spell casting elf. This elf, you can see their face. They're not wearing a visor. This is pointed features, kind of an austere look in almost holy vestments, with a large morning star on their belt, holding their hands out as they emerge from the smoke. That's what you see. That's your turn. This one is going to, instead of this one that is entangled right now, instead of trying to wrench themselves free, they're going to try and attack you.
Whatever.
With absolute fury, it's disadvantage. Does not go well for them. That's a 7 to hit you as they just try and swing for you, but remain grappled by the vines underneath them. That is going to be that one's turn. And we're going to go to the crossroads now.
Every time.
Every time it shocks me.
I know, it's so fun.
Put some hummus right here.
For real. For real. Sorry, you
Okay,
guys trying to move the earth?
Crossroads that we're going to is going to be, who does it rain on? Galileo or Spleen? Exclamation point vote Galileo or exclamation point vote Spleen?
I mean, I haven't taken any damage.
Rain
But have you?
Right
on.
Also,
Okay.
that's Arcane Firearm is correct, so that damage was correct.
Nice.
Enough of the conversation.
Yeah, I have taken damage, but also
Well, you don't know what's gonna be like. For
it could
me,
be
it
good.
was almost
Yeah, it
good,
could be
probably.
good.
He's tricky.
Enough of
Who does it rain
Eric?
on?
All right, we have
Wait, who said who?
2 votes.
What said what?
Spleen.
The comment that we got on the video that was like
3 votes
You
Spleen.
guys are-
1
Enough
vote
of the prejudice.
Galileo.
Oh, enough of the prejudice.
enough prejudice.
What was the thing? I think
Farron, you gotta use the word vote, but I'll count it this time. But next time you're.
Who said it? Who said it?
Brutal.
Baron, we love you. We truly
okay,
love you.
so
Well, actually, Baron's on my hit
4
list right now. I
Spleen,
forget
2
why.
Galileo, but really with Baron it's 5
I
Spleen.
forget why.
Alana, it's okay.
Everyone's
Alana
trusting.
said I'm sorry.
Everyone's
Galileo.
trusting in the
Yeah,
chat.
yeah,
Everyone's
I know.
trusting
Alana, my new
Cass in
Instagram
the
friend.
chat.
I just
Trusting
Alana,
Cass
my
in
new
the
Instagram
chat?
friend,
Cass
love
is
it.
Cass.
there's a new conspiracy.
That's like follow
There's a new
Cass.
conspiracy in
Yeah.
the chat there where everyone's like, why didn't we listen to Cass? Because Cass apparently every time has been voting
I like to think there's
the way
like
that
there's
they
the
should
cult
have
of Bentinger and the cult of Cass.
Yeah, we have
Conspiracy of
enemies.
Cass.
Enemies in the
Enemies,
chat.
The 2 cults in the chat. Very good. T-shirts will be made. That is going to be Spleen, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't know what team.
Galileo, you pop up there
That's
and you
Bentinger of
see
Cass.
this
I don't know yet.
figure raising their hands out. Some sort of arcane
What was the
force
vote?
gathering on their fingertips as you look up and you see the starry expanse above you, and it looks like a multitude of stars begin to fall as streaks of light come down onto you, Spleen, in the middle of your restrainment. You do have to make a dexterity saving throw, and you have disadvantage because you are restrained
Ooh, but
by
your
the
dexterity
vines.
is amazing.
Because I'm restrained. That's right.
Disadvantage
Okay.
on
You
it.
got +5.
Okay. Natural 1. Natural 1.
Natural 1.
We
Spleen.
keep our composure.
That's tough.
One of the most dexterous of the party members. Natural 1. Will not be escaped.
Maybe it's good.
Stars fall from the heavens onto you. This rain of radiance. You are going to take 19 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Is this a ranged attack that I could deflect the missiles from?
Holy shit.
This
No.
is a magical effect with a
Okay.
saving throw. This is not a ranged attack.
Got it.
With the failed dex save, you wriggle, trying with all your might to wriggle as you can see the doom approaching you. You pull with the vines, unable to, as it just
When we started.
lays into your body, feels hot, painfully hot, as you fill up with this pain and you take that much damage.
Okay.
Take all of that radiant damage from this priest elf that is on the deck of this ship. That's going to be the audience's turn as we go now to spleen. You are entangled. You can make with your action a move
Sorry about
to
that.
get out of there, or you can make an attack with disadvantage.
I said sorry
With
about
disadvantage. Okay, wait. So I have to use my whole movement to, or I have strength throw or strength throw.
that. You can use your action to make a strength check to try to.
An
Unentangle.
action.
Yeah.
An action.
Yeah.
I know.
Not an action.
Sorry, Queenie.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
maybe
You
better
thought
to
it was
just attack
best.
with
And I was right.
disadvantage.
Yeah, you
Sorry.
seriously restrained these other elves.
And,
Yeah.
and I think that like people got a little lost in Shillalag Gate and, and aren't giving Estel enough credit for
Hooray,
restraining
No, no, no,
all
no,
of
no,
our
no.
enemies. Like
Totally.
DM me if you're proud. I don't know.
Mom,
Mom only.
what you got? What you gonna do?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do a strength.
To try and
save.
get free? What's your
Or-
spell save DC, Macy?
Yeah. 15.
I don't.
Wait,
I'm
wait.
actually not gonna do that. I can't
Yeah,
beat that. I have
yeah.
0 strength. It's a strength check.
It
Or
is a
save.
strength check.
Yeah, it's not worth it for me.
Yes.
Okay.
Strength check.
I'm going to. I'm just going to attack with disadvantage.
Totally.
Do you have advantage? Because are you flanking with anybody? So then is it just?
Am I? Yeah. Good question.
Let me see here for 1 second.
I think I am flanking.
Here's the
but-
deal. I didn't do this for the creature, but attack rolls on a creature that is restrained have advantage. Your attack rolls have disadvantage.
And I'm flanking.
I'm gonna say roll it flat.
Yeah.
Flat attack roll.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Amazing.
Okay,
You're
so
both
I'm gonna
in here struggling.
spear attack two-handed, despite little vines crawling up my legs. Let's go. 22.
22 is gonna hit.
Um,
Which one are you going for?
The one that I fucked up pretty bad.
Yeah, absolutely. The
Yeah.
one with that storm.
Which one's that?
The one with the bow and arrow holding out.
Yeah.
Let's go. 12.
12 points of damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I'm
Um,
gonna do it again.
How do you kill this
Okay.
one?
Let's go.
Oh my god.
First
we
kill!
need that.
Love the campaign!
I can't move to the other one now. Wait, am I next to another one?
You're next to all of them.
Oh.
You're surrounded by
Look
them.
at you, mama.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna take out. I have my spear, which on the is very ornate and beautiful, but on the end
You
is
turn me around.
a crystalline, sharp edge.
No.
And I'm going to go for the sort of under the armor in the neck, and sort of hope that he just goes
Oh.
and falls off the ship. Push him
You
off.
saw where he bled
Yeah.
before, where the spray came from. You wrench free of one of the vines. As it's snaking back up to grab your arm, you take this opportunity. You know where you're aiming for, and you plunge the spear through the trachea, pull it out.
Cool.
The head cracks and lolls back. You see for a moment the person underneath. You can't see their face still, but you see the person underneath as they lie back, and they are completely taken in by the vines and entanglements. They are dead. It is still your turn, Spleen.
Yeah, I'm going
Keep it
with my.
going.
I'm doing another spear attack.
Totally, on another one.
Is anyone damaged?
There is the one of them is damaged. The one to
I'll-
your left when you're
I'll do
looking at
that
it.
one.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
10. But, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use... Do we know what their armor class is yet?
No, not really.
Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Never mind. Just 10.
10 is not going to hit. As you wrench for this one, the vine that was snaking up to your arm grabs it and holds you back just as you're about to plunge the spear.
Flurry of blows, obviously.
Okay. Absolutely.
11.
11's not going to hit as you try and holster the spear and swing wildly with your fist. It kind of just gets back in time. What's the other one?
Cool. 21.
21 to hit does hit.
Swing
back around.
9 damage.
9 points of damage to this one. Absolutely.
So yeah, I'm gonna do a little with these two fingers, the thumb and the pinky. Even though I know he's got a mask on, I'm just gonna go for where I think the eyes would be and pretend that I'm getting the eyes.
I love that. It just cracks into crystal as you can feel the impact into the skull.
And way of the hand, I'm going to try and make him knock prone. Yeah, Dex save.
Dex save on this one. Disadvantage. That's cocked. Okay. That is going to be a 12. What's the save?
Loser.
The eyes just smashed in and they fall back and some vines overtake their chest as they're still alive, but they fall back. Is that your turn?
Cool.
I can't use another key point to do another flare. That's a bonus action.
Bonus action, yeah.
Yeah, okay, no, that's it.
That's the end of your turn. On the end of your turn.
Actually, no, sorry. I'm just gonna use key and do patient defense. So hopefully miss.
Does that take a bonus action?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Having used your turn with flurry of blows, this astral elf warrior sinks back with the eyes crashed in. It turns to you and says, a voice comes from it, this behind the visor, static, crackling voice. It says, "You're already too late.
What?
Your planet will die. You've already lost." That's going to be your turn,
And I'm gonna say,
Spleen.
suck my fucking ass.
As the one on the other side of you, you're all in the same boat, not trying to get out, is going to make an attack roll on you. That's a 6 to hit. Lordy. Tries to swing for you, is going to make another attack roll on you.
For who?
God, an 8. This one is trying, wrenching against the vines to hit you, Spleen. But it's held back by Eskel's vines, just crawling all over it, screaming in frustration. This elf does nothing, and that's going to be now Elena's turn. Elaina has to pick herself up, dust herself off. Galileo looks up to you on the deck of that ship, points to you, won't forget that, and then takes out the blades, and is going to rush towards up above the deck towards one of the elves, and is going to make attack rolls there.
You guys, I've got to pee desperately. You're in charge.
Get out of here. It's going to be several attacks. 15.
Please hit.
15.
That's good, yeah.
You have it too in the back, I bet.
17. 17 finally hits on this one
I love this little game.
for 8 points of slashing damage to the one that is uninjured. You see she swings her scimitar, hoisting herself and parkouring over the railing to get up to the upper deck. She does a somersault, slices with both blades.
Oh my God.
This one parries one, but then she slices into it and does 8 damage to it. That's going to be Elena's turn. Captain McMahon's turn. We go to the audience now. Crossroads. Carson, are you able to-
Eric!
Crossroads.
Unbelievable.
Are you able to do that?
Yeah, I'm on Crossroads. And also, Jack wasn't on the battle map. Let's revolt.
Wait, really?
Jack wasn't
Um,
on the...
oh, no.
Yeah, he's in trouble.
Great. This is going to be a question for the audience. Does Flapjack turn the ship? Yes or no? Exclamation point vote yes or exclamation point vote no?
While they're voting, can we get a quick update to the battle map? Like, Did one of the people around Spleen die?
Yes, I did remove the one that died from the map. So Spleen is still surrounded by 2 elves,
But
and
there's
now
not one on the other side of Spleen away from me. There's that question. Here, I'll just look for myself.
Totally. You've got Ernie is up in the crow's nest.
Oh.
On the other side, that's you. So there's 2 elf
We've got
warriors.
Binoculars.
We've got 6 votes unanimous yes at the moment.
Okay.
Cass is saying yes could be hasty, but it feels instinctually correct. And everyone, you know,
Analyze
people
it.
are saying Cass.
We gotta psychoanalyze every decision. It's the best. That's unanimous. Unanimous yes.
Yep.
Absolutely incredible. There is another absolutely cacophonous sound of crystal hitting wood as you feel the star moth start to turn its wing so that part of the wing, the edge of it, begins to dig into the hole of the moon dancer below you, where presumably the refugees are.
Fuck, the refugees and the mules.
And the
Where's
And
moon
the
Jack? Where's the
Spelljammer.
pigeon?
it
on Elena's
starts to
shoulder.
go into the wood, but Flapjack turns it to do a little dance with the star moth, turning in tandem,
Yes, Flapjack.
Thank you, killers.
maneuvering
Thank you, killers.
expertly,
Cass, thank you, Cass.
so that the wing doesn't do a disastrous breach into the hole full of refugees who would have been in quite a bit of danger had Flapjack not turned the ship.
Big time.
Holy shit, dude.
That is the audience's turn as we go now to Ernie. You are up.
Shoot. Okay, so how far am I up when it comes to getting into the crow's nest?
I'd say you're about, I'm going to say you're 15 feet up and it's 15 feet more to the crow's nest.
I'm gonna go all the way up to the crow's
Okay,
nest.
that's all 30 feet of movement to get up there.
That's
It
fine.
takes double to get there. Yeah.
Can I look at I'm looking at the star moth. Is there any weak points?
Make a perception check.
Yeah, for sure. I've honestly, okay.
As you make it to the crow's
cool.
nest, catch your breath and look over.
18.
18, you see this priest-like figure out on the deck, staring down Galileo with hands outstretched. With an 18, rather hard to tell where a full breach would be in this. You imagine that breaking off a wing would be one useful battle maneuver in a war. Who knows what capability you have to do that?
Well,
With this perception check, you do see movement within the ship, as if there are other figures in there working. You don't know what. In the moment you see, they don't look like these astral elves. With an 18, that's all you get. Anything else that you're doing? Also,
yeah.
you still have an action and bonus action.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast fireball at a wing.
Let's go.
At who?
At a wing. I'm gonna try to get.
shit.
I'm gonna try to get into. So I'm gonna be. I have to leave invisibility for sure, but I feel like I'm high enough away.
That's cool as
So
hell.
I'm
Yeah.
going to try to hit like like a joint of the wing.
Totally.
Yeah, that's gonna be
100%. You see the thinner area where it connects to the main cabin of the ship. And it's gonna.
Cool.
You're gonna send out that fireball. This ship is.
So sick.
This is not a creature that can evade out of the way. You see where it is. Flapjack is turning the ship so that you are going in tandem, so that it's basically an unmoving object.
Okay.
It's going to take the full damage of the fireball.
Oh, so that's 86, right?
Go ahead and roll.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
Can I get some D6, y'alls? 4, 5, 6, 7,
Wait, how many?
8.
Here you
8
go.
Holy
D6.
shit. Listen to that noise.
Literally.
I love that noise.
Love that
When
noise.
it's
Nothing
noise,
better
it's
than
nice.
that noise.
Also, the reason I wrote
Mama.
Wow. Wow. Wow, really good. Wow. Holy shit.
28, 29, 30.
All 5s and 6s except for 1.
37 points of damage.
37 points of damage.
Mama.
As
Mother!
My mother has arrived!
all of you on the deck have a moment of Where's Ernie? Where's Ernie? Where's Ernie? Ernie's disappeared. Did Ernie go over the balcony? Did Ernie disappear? What happens before you look up? And from the crow's nest, there's a sudden glow, and a bead of light shoots out toward the wing of the star moth. An explosion on it. Fire begins to ripple across the wing, doing significant damage to the ship. It does not disconnect the wing from the ship. However, there's scorch marks and a fire raging on the wing. An ongoing fire on the wing. As it curls around the wing, you can tell that there's ongoing damage to this ship. So you take a look at the damage you dealt. Anything else you're doing?
Is message a bonus action?
I think message is an action. I could be wrong about that.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think that's an action as well.
You can certainly yell.
I'm gonna no, because then it's gonna give away my position. Maybe.
You do become visible, but you are in the crow's nest, so that anyone looking up can't see your body up here if they're directly below you.
I'm gonna yell at Galileo. You better get off that sucker, bucko.
Very good. As you yell at Galileo, your attention is suddenly turned looking up to see Ernie standing with arm outstretched toward the ship as you've seen this explosion on the wing of the ship. Ernie, that's your turn. It is going to be one of these creatures' turns now. They're going to swing for you, Spleen. As that seems to be... This one seems to be in a battle rage. Just trying to hit you. That is going to be a 21 to hit on the first one.
Yeah.
And a 14 to hit on the second one.
No.
No. Okay, that's going to be then this longsword. What you got? What's that?
Even with them,
Disadvantage?
yeah.
With the disadvantage, I'm ruling it so that it's because
Just
it's
one.
advantage
Oh,
on
right,
attacks who are entangled.
Right.
Spleen is entangled.
Right.
It attacks on them. I don't know if this is
I
the right
forgot
way,
about
but
that.
I'm ruling that it cancels out.
Yeah.
Well, as is your right, King.
Great. That's gonna be 5 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
Great.
as well as it lights up with arcane radiant energy. 8 more points of radiant.
Are you dead?
I'm down, you guys.
Spleen goes unconscious as the vines gather on top. Spleen is unconscious. You see Spleen go limp. That's going to be that one's turn as Estel. Macy, Estel is up now as you look and you see this one of the elves roaring with rage, bring out this radiant blade and just sink it into Spleen. It's your turn.
Okay. What I just asked over here as a newbie was if giving someone who is unconscious back hit points works the same.
It brings them up. Yeah, they'll get those hit points. Yeah, and
Okay.
they will no longer be
They
unconscious.
only die if it's like it gets back to their turn and nobody's healed them, and they have to roll 3 death saves. If they fail,
Or
2 of
if
them,
an enemy hits them while they're unconscious, that
Wait, I
It's
literally
2.
don't know any of this. Can you seriously tell me
Absolutely.
what his situation is?
Here we go. This
Yeah.
is how
Yeah.
death works in
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
So, Jack has now reached 0 health points at this point. That means that he is unconscious. He is no longer awake. He is unconscious. He is not dead yet. If we came back to his turn while he was still unconscious and not healed, he would roll a d20. If he got a 10 or higher, that would be 1 success on a death save, they're called. If he got lower, that's 1 failure. It keeps going around until if you get 3 failures, you are fully dead.
Dead.
If you get 3 successes, then you are up. You are
I'll just
stabilized
be
at 0.
tech-proof
No, wait.
from now on.
Another party member can heal them and bring back their health so that they become conscious. Another
Okay.
party member, there are different spells to do this. If an enemy stabs you while you're unconscious and hits, you automatically fail 2 death saving throws. So if 2 creatures on this round hit Spleen
Okay.
I'm
and
good.
succeeded, Spleen's dead.
And if they get
they
get a critical hit, or if I get a critical failure on my roll,
That's 2
that's
fails. If it's a 20, you're automatically up.
Okay.
So, with that information, Estel, it is your turn.
But don't worry about me. I'm
You see
only
Spleen
getting
go unconscious. Come into the
Tired, sleepy. Okay, I'm casting Wither and Bloom
Yeah, baby.
with a 10-foot radius
Best
starting out of Spleen. So Spleen gets to roll a hit dice plus 7.
Holy shit.
Does everyone?
And
No,
they
no,
wither?
no,
No,
just
no,
Spleen.
yeah.
Okay.
That's
That's
the bloom.
bloom.
That's bloom.
And everyone
That's
else
the bloom.
withers.
And then the Wither
It's an
is
incredible spell.
the Wither is
insane.
a con saving throw.
Con saving
For
throw
those
for the
two.
two of them. Very
Yeah.
good.
Sorry, what do I get?
I'm nervous.
It's a 9 and a 3. I'm assuming that fails.
They
For
both fail,
yeah.
so they both take 2d6 necrotic damage.
Okay.
What do I do?
You get a hit dice plus 7.
Okay.
Nice. So you can roll
Love.
that while you roll the damage for the withering.
I'm rolling damage, which is 2d6, but I do it twice, right?
Um,
Okay, I'm up. I'm
It'll
up.
be. I'll do
Nice.
the same damage for,
We can do it
for both
again.
of them.
The same damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just go ahead and roll it once.
Wait. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, 10 for each of them.
10 points of damage for each of them.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
almost
Okay.
coming from the vines
Yeah.
themselves.
I forgive you.
Okay, I knew you would,
This-
and I know you would, and I knew that I owed you.
The vines that you've put down seem to glow with arcane energy that flows through them. This green energy flowing into you, Spleen, healing you, bringing you back from the brink of death. While the vines that are
Feels so good.
wrapping around the elves, spikes grow on them and they suck life from these elves who cry out in pain. With that spell, Wither and Bloom, incredible.
The suck.
Estel, is
That
that your
felt good.
turn?
There's two things I want to do, and I just actually need to ask the DM if I can do them both. One is like ask how they're looking, and the other is talk to Elaina. Can I do both?
Yeah, I'll allow it. Yeah. So when you look at them, the one on Macy's right, you're right there.
With the bow and arrow up.
Looks pretty okay. You know,
Okay.
still struggling, but looks pretty okay. The one on your left is looking like they're struggling.
Okay.
Pretty bruised. Yeah.
Can I, since I'm already looking in that area, can I also see how Spleen is looking?
Yeah. How are you looking, Spleen?
I'm looking like I have approximately 8 health.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But don't
Okay.
worry, that's a good. That's another round in me.
Yeah.
Right,
All my spell
right,
abilities,
right.
look in your books.
Yeah, don't. No. Honestly, I wouldn't worry unless I'm down.
And then Estel, you wanted to say something to Captain
Yes.
McMann.
So I want to ask Elaina.
Yeah.
Screaming out. Do we need to kill the ship? Do we have to kill the ship? Do we have to kill the ship for this to stop? Is what I want to say. Do you know?
It's a great question.
Great question.
Yeah,
I think
That's a
she
good
would have said something. Wouldn't she have? Right? I feel like Elaina
She'd be
would
like,
have been
"Get back
Captain
to the
McMahon,
thing," yeah.
after coming up here and swinging these blades, looks over to you, has a moment of looking over to the ship and says, "It'll take some doing. I'd rather fuck these guys up."
Okay.
Okay.
Aye.
Is that my bonus action, or do I just let
No, you get a bonus action. Go for it.
Okay. Then I'm also gonna cast Healing Word on my friend Spleen.
Nice.
And that's gonna be 1d4 plus 7, and I'm the d4 of it all. But it's not that one.
Healing. I'm so
Uh-oh.
sorry.
Are you for realsies?
I'm so
Are you for
sorry
realsies,
to do this.
yeah, it's two
Healing
spells,
word.
yeah.
Healing word is a slotted spell. It's a first level spell. Wither and Bloom is
That's
also
correct.
a slotted spell. You can't cast two
But it's-
slotted spells in one turn. I know it's an action and bonus action. You can do a cantrip and a bonus
See.
action slotted spell.
It's too late.
I'm so sorry.
It's too late.
Healing word cannot
Good
go
luck,
out.
Mama.
You try,
Good luck,
but your
Mama.
voice is spent. You
Yeah.
feel the drain of the spell, and you have a moment of reaching out for that healing word, and you have to collect yourself first.
I appreciate you keeping it real.
So sorry. Estel, that's your turn.
Yes.
Galileo, you are on the deck, having just seen this fireball explode out.
Yeah, so
You
my
see the priest out there looks over in terror as that fireball
Yeah.
explodes on the wing.
They better.
Yeah, so my head turns to the fireball, and then it turns towards Ernie, who's shouting, "Get out of there, brother!" Right? Bucko. And then I turn
specifically.
towards Spleen, who I see has fallen.
Yeah.
And I go and I say,
I fell and go.
No, what's gonna?
and I go, "Ah!" And I shoot scorching ray, several scorching rays out of my gun. And so I'm going to do one on the guy that is looking rough next to Spleen, and 2 on the guy who's looking okay next to Spleen.
Nice. Very good.
So I'm gonna make a attack roll for each of those.
Yep. Go ahead and do the guy who's looking rough first.
Yeah. So the guy who's looking rough, that is going to be. Wait, is he restrained? Do I get advantage?
You get advantage on all attack rolls.
Amazing.
Yep.
So the one who's looking rough, that's going to be a 19.
Much
That
better.
hits.
And the
We
other
needed
2, that's natural 20.
Natural 20 on the other one. Go ahead and roll the other one as well. The
Amazing.
third
And
one.
the other one's going to be a 17.
17's also gonna hit. Go ahead and give me the damage for the first one first, the normal damage.
Okay, do I roll 1 damage for all of these and then do the natural 20 on top? I believe I might. On a hit, make a ranged spell attack for each ray. On a hit, the target takes 2d6 fire damage.
And it's gonna be different rolls of 2d6 for each one.
Okay, great. So the first one is going to be,
When you guys leave, I'll play.
that's going to be 4 plus my arcane firearm, so that is going to be 9 fire damage
9 fire damage, amazing. Okay.
on the first guy, the rough-looking guy.
Yeah, looking real bad. Fire just coming across, screaming out.
Great, and then the other guy, that is going to be a natural 20. So the first one's going to be, so that's going to be 4 plus 8. So that, 12.
Totally.
So that's going to be 12
Yeah.
plus the max,
Hello?
which I believe might include my arcane firearm. So that would be 12 plus 8. So that's going to be plus 20 to whatever I just rolled. So that's going to be 32 on that first one, right?
32 total?
Yeah.
Good
because
Lord.
because it's 2d6, so that's 12, plus my
Yeah.
arcane firearm, which I added
Jesus,
d8 to.
Mom.
So
yeah.
that's
So
8.
it's 20. Yeah.
20 plus what I just rolled, which was 12. So it's going to be 32, and then I hit him again.
Go ahead and roll the next damage.
So that's going to be...
Man, baby.
that's going to be 17 fire damage.
Wow.
Yeah, how do you want to do that?
Yeah!
A little rabbit.
A nervous
Yeah, so
rabbit.
so my scorching ray comes out, and as it does, I'm so angry that the ray shoots out these 2 rays at that one guy. One of them hits the other guy, but then these rays part around his head as I say, "Don't hurt my friend!" And it puts the person's face right into Spleen's head, and then burns him up into a pool of the end.
So sick.
The heat for you, Spleen, is almost uncomfortable, but you lean out of the way as screaming this elf immolates
That's gonna
in
stick with
flame,
you.
burning
Yeah.
to a crisp within these vines.
Oh, man.
Dead.
Wow.
Absolutely dead. That is
Dead.
the end
Absolutely
of that.
With my
elf.
bonus action.
Yes.
Yes!
With my bonus action, I'm gonna
Go
hurt the
on
ship.
ahead.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna hurt the ship. It's still heat metal.
Yeah, go
so
on
that's
ahead.
gonna be
Go on
2d6.
Yeah,
the ship.
that was 2d8. Is it 2d6?
You're so right, maybe. Let's see.
Love that version.
It is 2d8.
Nice. Go ahead and roll that.
Amazing.
That is going to be 11 fire damage.
11
to the
points of fire damage to the ship as you hear again the screeching of melting metal and crystal. As it's going to take damage.
What if this is like a preschool? This is just like a floating preschool.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
All
what
of those
you see in
beings that. I wonder if there's.
Galileo's turn is done.
know.
Yeah.
Ruby.
That's all I can think thinking
Yeah.
about.
Okay, one Q, and I kind of don't really like to ask it, but is our ship on fire?
It is.
You look back up to where you avoided the fire. It's spreading on the
Oh.
top deck.
I Okay, like how big of a fire are we talking?
Right now it's a medium-sized fire. It's picking up heat. It's gonna get worse if nothing is done about it.
Okay, I guess that's gonna fall on me over here to swab the deck.
Exactly.
No, like it's actually true. Yeah.
Ruby, make a perception check.
I guess wet mop.
Maybe this brandy will put it out.
That's gonna be a 19.
No, all the brand.
19.
I know.
There are a lot of different barrels around on the deck of the ship. Some of them are tied down that Captain McMann was trying to get to. You spot up on that top deck, there are a couple barrels with spigots that look to be filled with water.
Next to where the fire is?
Pretty close.
Okay. I'm gonna just jaunt myself over there and just like, pretty casually just unscrew one.
Yeah.
It's casual,
The
Eric.
fire hasn't contributed to ship HP.
I'm going to contribute.
Chad is asking.
Let's do that.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Play D&D in the sun.
Oh my god. 300 points.
Look at him.
He looks like
I don't
he's
like
not on our team.
32 points of damage to the ship.
Okay.
Over the
worse,
past
could be
bit, the fire is burning through. What are you doing, Ruby, as you...
I undid the spigot.
Yeah, absolutely.
And does water start coming out?
You undo the spigot and you see that if you pull it open, you can see water within. If you tip it over, it'll be easy enough.
Okay, is this gonna be my action or bonus action?
Bonus action.
Okay, I tip it over.
You kick the
I
barrel
kick
over.
it with my heels.
Water starts
Cool.
pouring out onto the wood, beginning to put out that fire.
Is Bardic Inspiration a bonus action?
Bardic Inspiration, I think, is a bonus action.
Okay,
I think
so that was my bonus action. Okay, I am going to look at one of the guys hurting my friends and pick up that old violin again.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What you gonna say?
There's only one left. Yeah, what are you doing? What is it?
I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whisper, so it's not a good sound coming from
Yeah,
the violin.
absolutely.
And that's
She's a moth.
going to be a wisdom save.
Wisdom save for this one is going to be a 17.
Why?
It's a +5 to wisdom saving throws. 12 plus 5 is a 17.
It
Hell,
still takes
man.
half. My spell
Takes
save
half.
is a 16.
Oh, brutal. Go and roll that damage. It'll take half.
Great. That's gonna be for 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. As you send this
Psychic.
arcane song into their head, they start screaming louder as the pain just racks through their body, still restrained by these vines. As the song enters their head, you imagine a splitting headache inside of them.
And the fire is looking okay right now.
The fire looks like it's getting under control. Shrinking. Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
Is that your turn, Ruby?
That's gonna be my turn. Like around here, and I'm steering clear of the fire, obviously. Like, but I am just gonna hang back, I guess, at this rail.
Keeping an eye on things, you survey the battlefield in front of you. You see 2 dead astral warriors and 1 other. You're still up on the deck of the Star Moth, right? Galileo.
Oh, me. I am, yeah.
Okay. Is that your turn?
But I can quickly.
Oh, it's my turn. Yeah.
This priest that you see in front of you, this strange holy figure, looks around, looks to the burning
scared.
wing, looks around to the melting from the heat metal,
They're gonna try and get
and you
away.
hear them mutter, "Not today." Turn around and very haughtily walk back into the ship. You hear the vibration of the ship as it begins to pull away from your ship.
No.
It begins to retract itself from the moon dancer, seemingly in an exit. It is still there for now as we go to the audience.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Mamas.
And the audience, I'm going to ask you right now. Who gets captured?
No.
Estel and Ernie, or Ruby and Spleen? It's exclamation point vote EE or exclamation point vote RS. EE or RS? Estel and Ernie or Ruby and Spleen?
OMG.
EE or RS?
Yes, EE or RS.
Exclamation point vote EE or exclamation point vote.
All right, we have 1 vote EE, and then a lot of Eric. No one in the chat.
Literally.
We'll kill this dog. We'll kill this.
Those don't count.
2 votes
Yeah.
EE, 3 votes EE, 1 vote RS,
Michael
4
Jackson
votes
fans.
EE, 5 votes EE.
So stupidest joke of PDKU
Holy
history.
shit.
And
It's looking like Estel and Ernie.
6 votes EE, 1 vote RS, and no, to answer your question, if no one votes, we vote on who gets captured. We break ties ourselves.
But there's a front
That's
runner.
Yeah, it's
but in this
EE.
case, there's a clear winner. It's
it's not like we haven't been through enough,
Have
y'all.
you guys seen that video of
Like-
Miranda Cosgrove getting out of a car and somebody goes, Michael! Anyway.
no.
No.
God.
Girl,
Okay.
like, we haven't been through enough.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, y'all.
Well, we'll bond. It's fine.
Who gets captured? Audience picks Estel and Ernie. It is at this
Sorry,
point
guys.
that the eyes of the star moth begin to glow again. Ernie, you have made yourself visible again. Estel, you have spines. A light emanates from the eyes of this ship as it's pulling away. Shoots out. 3 of you manage to duck under cover and avoid as these lights
Can I use
go
a
to
reaction?
you. What's your reaction?
Can I see that this vibe, the spell, is coming from this priestess kind of up there, like...
The priest has disappeared into the ship.
Okay. So I can't see, like, her casting anything or doing anything. Yeah.
It seems to be coming from the ship itself as the light of the eyes emanates.
Where are the
shoots
eyes?
Out. On the long nose there.
Uh-huh.
Basically right below where the priest was. Which I can move the priest out.
Okay, great. At the can I use, like, my reaction? I want to do Hellish Rebuke on the eyes.
Cool. Okay.
I don't know if that's gonna work.
I'm gonna have you make an Arcana check. This is gonna be a disadvantage. You're not taking any damage from this.
Okay.
But a disadvantage. Go ahead and make a DC 15 Arcana check.
That's gonna fail. What do you... I don't think I have one. Yeah. Oh, and I rolled a natural 20. My first one.
You reach out,
11.
your nails begin to glow red as you, in this moment, as you see this light, you duck from it, but you send out in a desperate attempt to stop whatever this is from happening, send out this arcane energy, trying to hit one of the eyes and disable it, but it dissipates on the eye as the light comes out. Estel and Ernie, you feel
I'm
yourself...
gonna try to absorb elements, like, even though it's not necessarily quite right.
How does that work?
I just would.
Totally.
Capture some of the incoming energy, lessening its effect on you, and storing it for the next melee attack. So,
Oh, that's cool.
you would have resistance to triggering damage type until my next turn.
What I'm gonna say as you do this, it's a reaction, right?
Yeah.
As you do this as a reaction, the light that hits you flickers. It still continues to shine on you, but it flickers as these lights scan all the way the length of your bodies. You see, those of you who are looking, almost this line of red light scan a grid down your bodies.
Holy shit.
The lights, one of them glipping
Captured.
out. The lights capturing,
Are you
By camera.
energizing us?
By camera.
capturing whatever energy they got from you, suck into the ship before you see a light come from the star moth itself and shoot into the expanse of space, sending whatever information it just gathered from the two of you
Captured information.
out
Captured
into the
info.
expanse of
Captured
space.
info.
But yours was maybe not.
So
Two
mine
of
was-
you, yours with some sort of glitch. The two of you, energy, information being sent out, being scanned. Bodies. That's gonna be who gets captured as we go on.
Holy shit.
The ship is
Eric!
pulling out as Spleen.
Got our asses with that
Spleen, it's your turn
No,
now.
Jesus.
one. Okay,
Christ.
so there's still one of them right there.
There
next to
is
me?
still one of them. One of them still lives yet.
Okay,
But you are all still
I'm right next to it,
entangled.
but it'll be regular hits.
Regular hits, yeah.
All right, I'm doing that. I'm gonna attack with my spear, two-handed.
Uh-huh.
12.
12 is not going to hit.
Okay,
You-
again. 24.
24 is going to hit, yes.
8 damage.
8 damage is almost
Almost
there.
enough. Well, I'm gonna flurry of blows.
Almost
obviously.
there. Flurry of blows. Go for
I'm
it.
doing
On a
it.
flat roll.
Okay. 26.
That hits.
Okay.
What's your damage?
9.
Spleen, entangled by all of this. How do you want to do this?
Okay.
You did
Let's
so much
go!
work. Thank you so much
I know,
for
you
so much
put in the
legwork.
hours.
Literally.
Real.
Okay, I think what I want to do, if this is possible, because I assume after this we're out of initiative, I'm gonna uproot one of the vines tangled around me, wrap it around his neck, and just start to squeeze. And just squeeze harder and harder and say, "It's never too late."
All you hear
In my list,
The-
it's never too late.
as you strangle them, all you hear is the struggle. It's coughing. They push and pull against this until they stop and go limp. As you take a breath and look around, there are no more of these warriors on the ship. We are going to go out of initiative order. Galileo, you are
Quickly,
still... Yes, what's up?
I'm actually gonna fly over to Galileo, grab him, and
I think you're
push him.
still restrained.
oh, you're right.
I hate that. Can we, if we still attack?
Yeah, it's you can still make attacks.
Oh, well,
but
I'm gonna
we're-
use my or am I next to the...
The ship begins to pull out. Galileo, you're still on the deck of the ship as it's dislodging from that. Spleen
Yes.
has just killed the last one.
Yes. So
Nice.
what I'm gonna do is I'm going to change my barrel to a carrot. I shoot it out, poof, and a carrot, poof, goes onto the deck. It suddenly grows mechanical legs.
No.
And I'm doing my magical tinkering or infusions homunculus servant.
Cool.
And I tie a rope to the carrot and I say, go find out as much information as you can. And I have the carrot starts to go down to wherever I saw that priestess go. The carrot is going to go take in. The carrot can do a lot. The carrot can cast spells. The carrot
Okay,
has
carrot.
I'm glad you did that
vision.
before I did, because I was literally about to fireball that shit.
You
Like,
are literally about to send one of your pomegranate seeds.
And
that way.
I tie my rope to the carrot, and I'm going to bonus action use my rabbit hop to well, I guess I don't really even need to do that. I'm still basically over the ship, so I'm just gonna whoop, hop down.
Yeah, you hop down with the carrot sent off. Does the information they get transfer to you? They have to get back to you.
They have to get back to me. Yeah, but he doesn't have to breathe. So if the ship pulls away and the carrot is floating in space, and I can pull him back in, maybe.
It's
Oh, you
attached
have,
by
like, a-
some
Yeah,
rope.
the
Yeah,
ropes.
the rope. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, very good. It skitters through the
Wow.
doors into this vessel. Very good. And with
Shout out
that,
to Baby
it still
Carrot.
continues to pull away. I'm gonna have one last crossroads for fun.
yeah,
Please.
please. I
Combat.
love the fun.
Um,
I love the fan.
And it's fire in the hole, yes or no?
What?
Shit.
Which fire?
In
which
what hole?
Yeah, literally. That's what I'm asking.
That's the
Big
question.
questions.
Yeah,
Big,
those are
huge
the right
questions.
questions for sure.
Yeah. Whole check.
Whole check.
All right,
Give me
we
another
have
beer.
3 votes
Yeah, we
yes
For Isabel.
for
Yeah, you're-
the Lots of votes yes.
E-I-O-U.
7 votes yes. 0 votes no.
What do you want?
We have 1 vote no from your dad.
Okay. Going against the grain. Dad and mom.
Dad and mom, he's protecting our holes.
Sue me.
You know, he's
Cute
protecting
and
the holes.
Melissa.
Very good.
Going
2
against the
votes
grain.
no. 8 votes yes.
We're looking
Okay.
yes here.
It's Baron also is jumping on the
The no wagon?
the no wagon.
Wow.
It's jumping
thank
on
you.
the
Baron
Atkinson
goes against the
train.
grain, I'm
Yeah,
noticing.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's gonna be it.
Alana, the fact that you're awake right now in Ireland.
I
Oh my
know!
god!
Slay.
Ireland. We
You're
love Ireland.
amazing.
We
Literally.
genuinely do.
Ooh, for Alana.
Heck yeah, the Ireland.
Okay, everyone hear that?
For long.
Alana.
Just take a second.
That's a yes to fire in the hole.
Yeah.
As the ship is pulling away, Galileo hops off of it. Those who are looking can see Captain McMann kind of looking at the carnage of these warriors. Looks down into her pouch as the ship pulls away, takes a crystal out of her pouch, kisses it, throws it onto the ship. It collides with the other wing that was not hit and explodes. This grenade explosive crystal dealing yet more damage to the ship as it
Holy shit.
you see the wing again covered in flames. Now both wings covered in flames. This
Good luck out
desperately injured star moth.
Girl, where was
falls
that?
out.
You
The
had
whole
two
time.
missing scimitar hits, and you had explosive shards?
As it's pulling away, I like feel for the.
I too have explosive shots.
Oh my god.
Come
I
on.
hate you.
Sorry.
As it pulls away, I feel for the crystal in my pocket
Yeah.
and just like put it out and put my hand on my shoulder and like, do I feel anything happening?
Make an Arcana check.
Can I inspire myself?
Why not?
Yeah,
You've been very inspiring.
Yeah, honestly.
come on.
Okay, so
Yes.
add a 6 to it.
Okay.
And that's. Oh, why am I moved so bad?
But plus.
Okay, it's gonna be.
Plus.
5 plus 4 is 9, plus 6 is 15.
Okay.
15 on
Too true.
this. This arcane potential, you almost feel in yourself for a moment that your body begins to dissipate into stardust, and then it reappears, and your mind goes to the way that these warriors teleported onto this ship.
Yeah.
Some arcane capability inside of them is connected to what you may be capable of.
Wait, how did you get
As the
Big
ship
potential.
pulls away, we can go away from battle cam. As the ship pulls away, wrenching out from the Moon Dancer, both ships battered, but the Star Moth having taken a great deal of damage. There is a last moment of your tether still attached as it unreels from the gun until finally it locks and retracts. Your carrot flies through space as the Star Moth turns around. There's a moment of deafening vibration and it shoots off into space. What you are left with. The carrot creation returns to the ship. The vines dissipates. And you are left with 3 bodies. 3 bodies of these figures that attacked you. Their bodies covered in armor. They have tablets on their belts that are pulsing with light. And they lie still and dead on the deck as Elaina catches her breath. The people, and she runs down to just check on the people, leaving you all on the deck with these bodies to catch your breath.
I'm gonna climb down, by the way, from the.
Climbing down from
I
the
walk
prisoners.
over to the bodies and kind of just see if I can grab one of the tablets off the belt.
careful.
Okay. You pick up a tablet. It unlatches from the belts. It's glowing with some sort of arcane energy. It seems to be made of crystal. There's various divots in it, as if there are crystal buttons
Cool.
in it. And one side that is completely flat. What do you do with it?
Just kind of hold it, and I hold up my crystal next to it. And do they feel like they're made of does it feel like the same kind of crystal?
They are different crystals.
Yeah.
The exact type that they are. However, the shape of them, the way that they are cut and sculpted, certainly similar. Certainly same sort of aesthetic.
I run my hands over the buttons. Thinking about pressing one. Does it seem like
Yeah.
Does it seem like the divots?
Does it seem like they what?
It seems like I could press my fingers into it. Does
Yeah.
it? They seem like obvious buttons, or does it seem just kind of like grooves?
They seem fairly obvious. There's several of them, though. Unclear what exact function.
I don't see any sort of inscriptions.
No.
I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna look at the tablet that Ruby is holding, the other two tablets. I'm not touching them, but I just want to see if there's anything noteworthy.
Anyone who's
about
around the tablets, go and make perception checks.
I'll say. Can I say I was down at that time?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
While they're looking at the bodies,
Oi!
Sorry, nothing was in that. I take out my quill and ink and parchment, and I give it to the carrot, and I say, "Okay, quickly now, draw what you saw."
Starts doing like a Chuck E.
orange.
Cheese, like a Chuck E. Cheese caricature thing, where it's just all of it, very quickly writing out what it sees. The report that you get is crystalline structures inside. Only elf that remains is priest. Crew made of ooze people.
Oh.
When I see that, I sort of look around. They're busy.
Guigi's in there.
Guigi's in
We're
there. It's
looking
all a
at
bunch of
the
Guigis.
tablets.
Yeah, they're busy inspecting the tablets, I assume. So as oh shit, I can only make him a cannon once a day. But I sort of try to hide my gun as I turn it to the barrel that says C on it.
Yeah.
And I say, Cosmo, and a goo comes out.
Yeah.
And I say, Carrot, put yes or no if this goo is like the goo you saw.
Cosmo sort of ripples in place as the carrot turns back to the parchment. Yes.
Cosmo, you're from space.
As we go back over to
And I give him a kiss, mwah, and then he comes back into the gun.
Wow.
slips back in. What'd you all get on the perception check?
16.
16. Okay.
I got a dirty.
We're all
20.
doing it? I didn't.
Just the people who are on the tablets. If you're around
Anyone
tablets, go and
Do
make
I do it
perception
again?
checks.
I don't
Around
think
what?
I did one for it.
Around who?
Go ahead and make perception. Yeah.
Bodies, the dead bodies.
Yeah, I'm right next.
Nat
to
20.
As you're inspecting this thing, obviously with all of your perception checks, it's a benign tool. This thing is not. This is not humming with violent energy or anything. It just seems to be glowing.
I don't get anything more
Nothing more from it. Just the buttons on it and a flat side.
from looking at it with my natural 20.
As you look at the flat side, looking into it, it almost looks like looking into a mirror where there's depth in there. There's some sort of space in there.
Can I look at the bodies now?
Yeah.
Can I just uncover their faces and kind of?
Yeah. They look,
See-
for all intents and purposes, like elves. They have a certain sort of golden sheen to them, a certain glow of the cosmos, but elves.
Can I don't want to...
What were they fighting with?
Yeah, I'm about to take one of their swords. Is what I want to do.
Yeah.
They're radiant, right? So they're light.
Yeah.
They went.
They're long swords. They look like long swords. They're not lit up anymore, though.
Oh, interesting.
They have crystal hilts and handles.
I would love one of these guys.
Sure.
If
Yeah,
you
I'm
don't
also
mind.
picking one up.
Absolutely, there are 3 of them.
I'm curious if coming from being able to study an elven library, like if these people ring any bells for me, if there's anything. Well, they're in space. Forget it.
Yeah, space elves.
But let's.
I was gonna say because of like my
What if an
experience with
elven
elves, I
group
was
went
trying to figure out if
missing
there
one
was
day?
something.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Okay. Who's calling to Mama?
This one just did well.
Okay.
But now, maybe it's,
this one's
yeah.
calling to me. Okay. Oh. Okay.
Insightful.
19.
They're elves. They have all the features, but as you look closely with a discerning eye, something about them seems related.
What?
Physical characteristics, some sort of twirl of the pointed ears, something that is not just a general feature of elves, just a certain sharpness to their features that is like not exact, but certainly adjacent to the elves that you have been around in your enclave as you all gather.
Okay, noticing that, can I, whichever one's closest to me, like, do a quick scan to see if there's anything else on their person that is interesting to me that I would want to take?
You check their armor and everything. Their armor is this crystal metal combo, beautifully sculpted, aesthetically gorgeous. The only thing other than their armor and their weaponry is the tablet, and each of them has one.
All right, I'm gonna grab one of the other ones.
Yeah.
Ruby grabbed one. I'm gonna grab another one.
Totally. What are you doing with them?
What?
Are you doing anything with them?
I'm gonna go grab the third one.
Sure.
Well, I think you grabbed one.
I think
Oh,
that is
okay,
the third
okay,
one.
that's
yeah.
it.
Put my fingers in these divots.
You meaning press the buttons?
Yeah.
I'm
I'm a
gonna
little
do the
chaotic.
same.
You're gonna do the same.
Yeah.
Just,
Okay.
we already gotta check that they weren't like weapons of mass destruction here,
Yeah.
you know?
And what if they are?
No, they weren't. He was like, there seems to be nothing like.
But what if you activated them?
No,
and
I
then-
don't think that'll destroy us. We'll figure something out.
I don't like
Eric?
the fact that he's looking things over there.
Yeah.
You press your fingers into the divots. All of a sudden, the flat side of it lights up. A 3D projection hangs in space, projected from the tablet itself. A small sphere. And it takes you a moment, but you recognize this is an image of your world. You see almost translucent vines illuminated, growing
Holy
into the
shit.
center of your planet. You can see almost like a cross section, this rotating orb of your planet. You see a diagram of them going in.
This is coming out
There's
of
a label.
Ruby's book?
It's coming out of. You press the buttons as well.
Yes.
The same thing
Okay.
shoots out. You see it. There is a label next to the orb floating in space, projected in front of you. It just says Planet B38X. And you can see the vines go all the way into the center of your world. Looking through, there's a lot of language you don't understand, a lot of sort of technical language, but what you make out from it is a few things. You see 112 seeds jettisoned.
What was that?
112 seeds jettisoned.
Uh-huh.
Transmission EST 3 lunar cycles.
Wait, transition what?
Transmission.
Transmission.
Transmission EST 3 lunar cycles. You are able to wave your hands and scroll through words, images, and you come across 3 names as you look through these. One is Emperor Xavan. Xavan. One is Commander Vael, Vael. And one is S.O. Varyandi, Varyandi.
S.O.?
S.O. Varyandi.
Can I do one thing? I'm seeing this, I'm assuming, as well.
What's
You're seeing what, sorry?
I'm seeing exactly what they're seeing
Yeah,
as well.
absolutely.
Can I open one of Pat's books?
Yeah,
I
totally.
feel like it's like
I think
Commander
it's a-
Emperor.
And
type.
kind of
Yeah.
cross-reference these two to see if...
Is it capital S and O? Sorry.
Yeah, capital S, capital O.
Is that a
And then-
title? I just don't know.
Seems like there's Commander, Emperor, and then there's S.O. Varyandi. Unclear though.
Can I cross-reference, like... see
Make
if
an
there's
investigation check, yeah.
anything? It's never good. It's a 9.
A 9. On a 9. You find
It's a hard day for Ernie.
I know. He can't read any books.
Right.
He
His
lost...
father figure died, yeah.
I know. It's hard for him to read the books.
you look through the book until you just looking through for any mention until you find a blank page with only 2 lines written on it in Pat's scripts. And it says, why didn't the sun go to college? Because it already had 1,000,000 degrees.
I was writing that down like it was actually...
No, I was like furiously flipping to blank pages.
That's what you gather. As Captain McMann comes up from below
Wait,
deck.
real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do I know what SO means?
No, but you know what something else means.
Sure.
SO, no. Does not ring a bell.
Okay.
What is something else?
As Captain McMann comes up from below deck and says, comes up onto the deck and says, we need to move. Right? You all
Right.
performed very admirably. Sorry I'm not in a great mood. But don't want to lose my ship, don't want to lose these refugees, and don't want to lose my ship, so let's get a move on to the Rock of Bral, right?
Is everyone...
Is the pigeon on her shoulder?
Yes. Jack
Okay.
is on her shoulder.
Then the omen is good.
Thank God.
Then we're all
Yeah,
fine.
Thank God, yeah.
We're all fine.
Is everyone downstairs okay?
Everyone is alright. They're a little banged up from just tossing around, but we avoided the worst. So, just gonna try and keep them calm.
And, Elaina, is there anything else you need?
Thank you, Ruby. I'm alright. The, astral elves, from what I've heard and experienced, don't fuck around. So, I'd rather
Does-
get out of here before we run into another one of those ships.
Are the projections still up?
Yeah.
Kind of gesture towards the projections.
She looks at it for a moment. Yes, smacks of something that they would do. Sorry.
Right.
And she looks down at the bodies and says, a little quick payback is nice though, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
It felt good.
I'm gonna give it the dead one that I strangled it in the face with the elbow.
Crack!
Yeah.
Crystal cracks under her knuckles as she... Blackjack! Let's get to move on.
Gotta meet Flapjack.
The ship takes off into space. As it takes off, the speed that the ship reaches now is immensely higher than anything going through the clouds. Everything, all the pieces of the cosmos zoom around you. Captain McMann informs you that it's about a 12-hour journey from here, and I encourage you all to get some rest. Done good work.
Oh my god.
Continues on. You all have the opportunity to take a long rest.
Thank God.
Before we do, I'm gonna go up to Galileo and say, dude, what were you doing being brave out there like that?
I had a fit of courage, and it really worked out to my advantage, did it not?
It did, you saved me, but Just be a little more careful next time. No getting on strange ships.
Okay, I will try. But, I'm proud of the work we've done today, steeping beauties. Broodies.
Broodies.
Yes, perhaps a cup of tea before we rest our heads.
Yeah, as
I
you all
personally
get
would love that.
food and drink, I'm gonna go to a crossroads.
Wow.
For those who are still with us, big session again.
I
Thank
love
you for
you.
being here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's what rations does Captain McMahon have on board? Is it bread or fruit? Exclamation point vote bread or exclamation point vote fruit.
Well,
Wine or
this
beer?
One vote
is
bread.
table fruits.
Table fruities.
Yeah. Remember the fruit.
as
What
you
if
all
it's a grapefruit
fly-
and a raspberry and a
Stop,
pomegranate
stop,
and a
stop, stop, stop.
yeah.
And a LaCroix.
And we eat them.
Yeah.
LaCroix. If you
I
guys
have
haven't
one
seen
LaCroix.
Fruitcake Carnage,
Yeah,
it's,
it's
it looks like
Waterdeep.
fruit. And
Season
it's
2
great-
fruit
yeah.
campaign. Carson completely
Yes.
slayed it.
Slay it
Yeah,
up.
we
Not
will
to mention,
inevitably
if you're
return
here
to
and you
Fruitcake
haven't
Carnage.
thumbs up the video.
Oh yeah, thumbs up at this point if you
No,
haven't
be
yet,
doing
please.
that. Be doing that.
Okay, we have 6 vote fruit, 4 vote bread. There are 10 seconds left. But the fruities are feeling fruity.
Okay,
Fruity,
fruity.
fruity,
fruity.
Y'all
Oh,
are
fruity,
fruity.
tutti
Y'all are
frutti.
fruity, I
The
see.
fruits came from behind.
And
Is there some?
that's it. It's fruit.
Is there
But
But if
Um,
you've got like sourdough over there.
Captain McMahon pulls out a
No.
bunch of boxes of raisins. Please enjoy, everybody.
when the DM brings Sunmaid to the table.
Sponsored by
When
something.
you know you're
Box
lucky,
of raisins
when you
in a
know you're
long-
lucky. Here you go.
As you all enjoy your rations and get your long rest, traveling through the expanse of space now, you all get one last glimpse of the world you left behind, dwindling into the background. A last moment of seeing what's happening to it, what will happen to it, remains somewhat of a mystery. You have the clues that you've received, but you continue on towards this rock of Bral that Captain McMahon has described for you. I'll say just quickly on your travels, you meet Flapjack. Flapjack is a floating tentacled being, very small. He is what is referred to as a flumph. Flapjack the Flumph is this very benevolent, floating little tentacled creature. It's like, oh, it's great to meet all of you. You all seem to have done very well for yourselves on the deck. I'll just keep flying the ship and I'll try and keep it smooth for you all, but let me know if there's a problem.
Thank you, Flapjack. That was marvelous steering.
Oh, thank you. I had
You've got
just
quite
a moment of
talent.
inspiration
You
to
really saved
keep
our
us
asses
safe.
a few times.
Thank you, Flapjack. I want to ask you a question. Do you consider yourself arcane, magical in nature?
I would say so, yes.
And do you consider yourself fast?
Fast? Not particularly. These tentacles can get me some places, but I generally float around, and float takes just a little bit
Yeah,
more
it is,
time
it
than
is.
normal.
Okay, what
It's got a
about,
little shell, yeah.
yeah, it's getting a little gentleman. Okay, Flapjack,
Well, how about this?
do you consider yourself beautiful?
Well, I don't think about it too much, but I'd say that I'm a pretty good-looking fella.
That's all my questions for now, but I'm certainly gonna have more for you later.
Right, well, it's a pleasure to meet you. And while we're all down here, why don't we all just, take a ride in the jockey seat?
Can I go
you-
first?
Eager Beaver, get in here.
Yes. Thank you.
Flapjack floats away. You are in the room of the Spelljamming Helm. This is a room with a large, ornate
smell.
wooden chair. A large, ornate wooden chair floats
Here,
behind the
here.
radiator. Let's go. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Floats in the air. Crystals on the underside project an image on the grounds that it kind of swivels on. Flapjack encourages you to sit down in it.
Yeah, this is the best day ever.
You get in, catching your breath. As you sit in it, you have a moment where you take a deep breath, all of you watching Ernie. Ernie, pins and needles spread across your body. You're in this room that does have one kind of window looking out. Your vision goes dark. And as you settle into the helm, you begin to see things. and feel things. You feel yourself flying through space. You see dust floating around you. And it takes a moment, but you realize that you, more or less, are the ship.
Don't cry. That's all you wanted.
You're a spelljammer.
That's all you
Facing out into the expanse of space, greeting it head on, you zoom through the expanse. You're able to learn, as each of you take turns learning how to maneuver, turning the ship, floating it up and down, but mostly just this, flying through space. Each of you get a turn in the helm, the pins and needles, the vision going dark, your awareness stretching out into space around you. You learn how to pilot a spelljamming vessel as each of you become beginner spelljammers. Flying through space. I would say, Spleen, that you're the last one to go on the ship as you are flying through space. You feel what they were all talking about until you feel this awareness of an object, huge object, approaching you from one side and flying next to you. And with your awareness in this helm, you feel the outline of a vessel, very similar to the one you're on, a space galleon, huge, ornate ship. Do you say this to those around you?
Yeah, I'll just say, which way? To the left or the right?
To your left. Port.
Guys, look left.
As you look out the window, you can see, with seeming naval colors, flying from its mast, an enormous, beautiful space galleon floating beside you, and you begin to see in the distance traffic of other ships.
Wow.
Captain McMann comes out, runs up to the deck, gesturing for all of you to follow.
Yeah, I follow, but not before saying, thank you, Rozzy. I mean, Flapjack. And then I.
Yeah.
Anytime, gal.
I'm gonna say, Flapjack, I think I have somewhere to be.
Oh, yeah. Let me in there. I'll get in there.
I want to be you.
What? I want to be you, Ernie.
I'm gonna put a hand on Ernie's shoulder and say, "You are a natural."
I felt more alive than I've ever felt. I'll be back.
I'll
Keep
welcome
that
you
seat
back.
warm.
Absolutely.
You can't sit though.
As Flapjack floats above the chair and
he's-
seems to integrate into it, guiding the ship along.
His
Do you
metaphor.
all go to the deck?
Yeah.
As you all
Jump,
run
jump,
up to the deck, you see in front of you where there was expanse that you were flying through. There's suddenly an enormous point of focus. Some of the refugees get up onto the deck now to look out in the same direction ahead of you. You see sunlight illuminating rooftops and spires of a city built across the top of a gigantic asteroid.
Wow.
Floating amidst an asteroid belt,
Yep.
as far as you can see.
Yep.
Yeah.
You see from this vantage point, the asteroid's underside has structures as well, including fortresses and giant sails beyond the imagination, extending from this asteroid. From where you're approaching, there's wooden docks protruding from the end, and a variety of ships are moored there. You see as you approach that space-dwelling fish scatter in front of the ship. As you adjust your heading towards the dock, straight on to where they're. At this point, Captain McMann says, "Well, welcome to the Rock, everybody." And she takes a look at you and says, "This is where I'll leave you. And we're gonna pick up our session there next.
What? She's leaving? No.
She's leaving. No, come
What
on.
are we gonna do in space?
I've never been here
Pick
before.
up our session.
Wow.
The docks of the Rock of Bral. Thank you.
Holy shit.
I wasn't expecting this to go even longer than the first session. Thank you to anyone who's still with us.
okay.
We appreciate it
We
so
have more
much.
Anyone.
You guys are
Everyone
amazing,
even.
amazing audience to have. You guys are essential to the story. So fun,
Yes.
such great choices. Thank you all for tuning in. Please like and subscribe, ring that bell, all the
Yeah.
things.
Join our Discord, by the way.
Yeah, join our Discord.
All the
Discord. Follow us on
It's in the
socials,
chat.
Instagram, all that stuff. Please don't kill us.
We'll
We're
be here
very
next Friday,
excited.
same time.
Thursday.
even.
Next Thursday. Next Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Please join us here again for Please Don't Kill Us as we continue our Dungeons & Dragons adventure out now into the expanse of space. Thank you everyone for being here. Have a great night.
Bye, everyone.
Good night.
Eric, you really went and got raisins and said, this will be perfect.